Howdy. Welcome back. We're so glad you came to join us tonight on the next chapter of Piercing the Crystal Veil, our D&D adventure. It's called Quest for the Black Crystal. But we do have some business to take care of, and I have some business managers over here to my side that I think it's better that I just direct it to them because it involves buttons and technical stuff that
Percy still needs more practice with this. I'm going to let him run.
Okay.
What?
Your intros are terrible, sir.
They're not terrible. Anybody who's watched my intros knows.
Absolutely the best.
That's right, exactly the best. No, welcome, like Rick said, to Tabletop Nerdcast. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, you can click the button down below. Hit the bell as well right next to that subscribe button to get notifications every time we drop something in there. If you're on Twitch, click the heart to follow us. We like followers in all of our avenues. Click the thumbs up, click the thumbs down, whatever you want to do.
See, I told you. Terrible. Already struggling.
I started introducing Twitch, and we don't do Twitch for Mech Warrior.
Well, Mech Warrior.
Yeah,
Of course
exactly.
not. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You would like me to go ahead and take over?
Yeah. You're
All
so
right.
good at it.
For those of you that are new, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Help us beat the YouTube algorithm. That's the only way a small channel like ours is going to grow legitimately. So, with that said, I'm going to turn it right back over to Rick now that the business is handled.
All right. Okay, so we'll get to the business of the game. Last time, they had gotten into Melanor, and basically the caravan had, gone into the city of Manat, where they were kind of hanging out, partying down with a copper dragon at the local inn, the Passing Flame. And they met our lovely new player over here. And at some point, they decided they were going to reenact their famous bar scene from Mirabar, where they brought down the house with the dancing bear. And Nevi, the what?
Fighting
The
bear.
fighter.
The fighting bear. Okay, yes. It ended up being a dancing thing.
It was a performance.
It went from a fight to a conga line. It's all right.
Right. It all works.
As fights do.
Yeah. Sometimes. So, during his transformation, something went horribly wrong. And they got Irina went and got her friends, the Pole with the Bargazer, to come assist, and they put him in a wagon and they hauled butt and to the local town of Lastifus, and they were told to seek the heart of Morena, which was a huge glowing flower in the middle, basically in the middle of nowhere, that had a chapel and the gardener, who was the high priestess of Morena. And she mentioned that the gods weren't around anymore, and this is basically what is left. And more of that we'll discover at another time. But she looked at Nevi and agreed that she could help him and that he was in dire straits. So she put him into a crystal building under the Dome of the Flower, and he spent the night. And when he awoke, he was changed. Apparently he had some latent storm going on in him from something which we don't really know where, and he came out basically with sorcerer powers, and he went from a druid to being a sorcerer. And it had a draconic feel to it. And he also, during this time, realized that Morena had saved him, and he felt this strong tug of this energy, this divine power, if you will, that he needed to follow that too. So he has decided to go in that direction. Anything you'd like to add in that regard?
No.
So he basically, for D&D
Ready
terms,
to slay out.
he went from being a druid to being a sorcerer paladin. Now,
And I lost all of my wisdom and intelligence along the way.
yeah, well, but he's charming now.
Seriously.
It's amazing what can happen in a long rest. They also ended up going up a level just due to all the healing powers and everything from the area. And Census, the high priestess, was called in by one of her. There was a centaur that came in and talked to her that was adorned in crystal tattoos. Said he needed to talk to her, and when she came back, she said that she needed to enlist the help of the party. That they had foreseen that there was someone that was basically uncovering an old abandoned tomb of an ancient tiefling lord, and they believed it was a necromancer of some type because of the undead magic that they detected, and that they needed someone to go. They were afraid that there's artifacts in there that they were going to uncover. So they were enlisted to go and help stop this necromancer, if that's indeed what it is. And they took off, and they've been traveling across the plain for about half a day. And they've picked up a trail on the way of a wagon tracks and some horse tracks and human tracks and some very large humanoid tracks heading. And they started following those because they were going in the direction that they were told to go. And they traveled that way a little bit, and lo and behold, they crest a hill, and this is what they see. They see a hill up ahead that looks like it's been tunneled into. And there's an opening, almost like a cave. In front of it is a wagon with a couple of cloaked figures that look like they might be tieflings, and a horse, and a large crystal and iron door that looks like it's been tossed to the side. And that's where I'll turn it over and let them make their decisions. Okay, guys. This is what you see. You're about 100 feet away, basically peering over the top of a hill.
Hey, does that look tomb-shaped to any of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty toomy to me.
Pretty tomby. And we see these two
Especially
individuals in
with
front of it.
And one other thing I forgot to mention.
No,
there
don't hang
are,
out in tombs all day.
there are two red crystal statues that are on either side, almost like they're acting as sentinels over the door.
Not ominous at
Not
all.
ominous at all. That's a small little tidbit that I failed
Just
to
an
mention.
aside.
Yeah, just an
And
aside.
Do we see these two guys walking around in front of it by the cart?
Yeah, they're
Are
basically standing there
Are they
talking.
trying to load the... Oh, they're not trying to load the big door.
No, they look like they're just kind of hanging out.
I wonder if they'll just let us walk in.
It's always worth a
It's kind of
try.
worth trying it, don't you think?
We could
Sure,
always
why not?
ask.
Start walking.
Yeah, we start walking.
Just start
Just
walking.
gonna start walking up.
Just like I own the place.
Just like we're traveling the countryside.
That's
Oh,
right.
hi, neighbor.
Okay. All right.
Cade didn't understand that plan. He's walking for the front door.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are walking up, and they, as soon as you crest the hill, they turn and they pull out their crossbows. And let's roll initiative.
Oh, I don't think they're friendly.
This
Well, that was rude.
These gentlemen aren't very nice to traveler folk.
Let's see.
So y'all are about 90, you'd probably be about 90 feet away at this point.
Okay.
All right, so does anybody have a 20? 20 or better? All right, 15 or better?
18 for
18.
Nevi.
All right. All right, 10 or better?
13.
14.
13.
14?
14's morale.
I'm 13.
Those
Okay.
two are 13.
And 14 is morale?
Yeah, we'll just do
Yes.
this the easy way. You can go first.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if we're going off of Dex, mine's probably the lowest. So.
I'm not worried about it. Let's
All
just
right.
do it
Okay.
for entertainment.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
So, Nevi, they have pulled out their crossbows, and what would you like to do?
How
They
far
have
away did you
trained them
say?
on
You
you.
said we're 90 feet
About
away?
90 feet away.
They've trained them on?
Yes.
Does it look like they're going to fire them?
They
I mean, they pulled up crossbows, right? They're obviously, and they're not shouting anything at us.
no,
They don't say anything. Okay,
No,
perfect.
they just basically they look fairly intent. They look startled to see you, but they don't look friendly.
Okay.
Come on, use that
Yeah,
big,
that's
beautiful
tough.
charisma.
Well,
You said
can
you were gonna
dodge?
start. You were
I
gonna
don't. Yeah. Well, so yeah, for my action, I think I will dodge. Right, that's the thing I can do,
Mm-hmm.
which
It
would
gives
give them
them
disadvantage.
disadvantage,
So I kind of like.
You could jump back behind the hill. That's
I'm not.
a
I'm definitely
possibility.
not going to do that.
Okay.
If we're going to fight these guys, we can't be 100 feet away. So
No.
like it's one or the other. Either
Well,
we're going
there's-
back to town and saying sorry,
You
we
could've-
couldn't figure it
You
out.
could have gone around.
Nah,
There's a big hill there. You could have snuck up behind him, but okay.
it's too late now.
It's-
another
I love D&D plans. Let's just walk right up.
What are you doing?
Good lord.
It is what it is at this point. And so I do the dodge action and move forward 35 feet
Okay. All right.
or 30 feet.
Okay. So,
So I'm 60 feet away at this point.
right. So you are the closest. All right. So one of them will take a shot at you. Oh, a crit! But it's disadvantaged, so I also have a 5. So what's your armor class?
15.
That's gonna miss.
Yep.
All right. And the other one.
I never heard a DM so excited to maim a player.
Oh, I have. Have you played D&D before?
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all aren't playing with the right people.
Although I was pretty excited to kill Saul.
All right. So what is your armor class?
It is 11.
11.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So literally, like, that thing was going for my, like, narratively, he sent it going for my throat, and I was like, nope. And kind of dodged out of the way. The
A crossbow
disadvantage.
bolt, and it buries itself into the hill.
Yeah, like that
Okay.
disadvantage dodging that crit out of the way.
And the other one takes a shot at you, and the crossbow bolt comes streaking through, and it buries itself in your shoulder and does 6 points of damage.
Alright.
Hey,
Well, that wasn't very nice.
No.
I don't like these guys.
And they are now reloading. Okay. Luckily, it takes them a moment to reload these things.
does it take them an action to reload them?
Yes,
So they'll be reloading on their next turn.
they will be reloading on
Perfect.
the next turn. So, all right. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and move up. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Shouldn't
move
it be
up.
my
Oh,
turn?
Mrow. Sorry.
is
Yes,
it? Yeah.
Mrow.
Okay. So I will move up, I guess, the 30 feet as well.
Okay.
And let's go with the Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Let's do Sacred Flame.
All right.
That's a dex save one. I think that's
Yes.
dex. Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, dex save.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The cantrip with a saving throw. That's so nasty.
And they failed.
It's only
Why
one.
are they shooting crossbows? that
What?
low of a dex, or maybe you just
So,
rolled really low. I don't
4
know.
damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. And a yellow pillar of fire comes down from the sky and envelops one of them, and he reels back, and his cloak falls off, and you can definitely see it's a tiefling and horns, and he starts cussing in. Does anybody speak Infernal?
Nope.
No. And he starts cussing in Infernal. Really loud, and he's yelling at his.
Oh, I do
buddy.
speak Infernal.
Do you really?
Why do I speak Infernal?
I don't know.
It's on my language list. All right.
Okay.
I must have been like, tieflings are bad. I probably know things about them.
He just, yeah, maybe, you know. So he's like,
There's that intelligence rearing its ugly head. Wait, I do know.
that's right, that's right.
I was,
Infernal.
trust me, I'm as surprised as you are.
Ow! Dang, they got a cleric. Take out the cleric.
That's not cussing. Or maybe cleric is a curse word in tiefling.
Take out the cleric.
they don't like you.
Yeah, I noticed. I stand behind him,
He's dodging.
and I stand behind him.
So, they're yelling real loud, basically an infernal. Okay, so on your next.
So now, angry from my shot, I'm gonna run up the 35 feet, make my way over the hill. And you said that would leave us like 60 feet from
Yeah.
here? Okay, I'm gonna cast Ice Knife
Nice.
and throw it at the guy that shot me. I'm so mad.
Okay.
So yeah. That's 15?
What, 15?
15?
15 hits.
Okay, cool. And I lost the spell. Oh my goodness.
Because he doesn't have his shield up right now.
Uh-oh. There they go. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Haha. Okay. 1d10 damage. One.
What
It
spell
takes-
is this?
Dagger or ice
Oh,
knife.
ice-
Now, doesn't it explode and do damage to the
It
person next
does.
to it?
It does.
So I need to roll a save,
You've
or
got a fuzz
Do I?
right on your glasses.
Oh,
and
thank
your-
you.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's
Yes,
1d10 on
it's-
him and then 2d6 on him and everybody next to him, I believe.
Yeah, each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold.
2d6 cold.
Yeah, and I think he's counted within that,
Yeah.
within
really?
5 feet. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
And
it's a
what's
level
your-
2.
what's your
Like it's a
DC?
level 2 spell.
13.
13. Okay, he misses.
Cool.
Did
So
both
that's
of them
an-
miss?
Yes.
So that's an extra 5 damage.
An
Nice.
extra 5 to both of them.
Yeah.
Very
That's
nice.
a little better.
Because that's a level 2 spell, yeah.
1.
Oh, it's a level 1. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Shatter is the level 2. That's similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That is a nasty spell, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Okay, so, all right. Okay.
So Cade, realizing that he really doesn't have anything from any ability to hit this range except for one item,
Oh God.
he stretches out his hand and he calls to Helm and tries to kick off an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right. And you feel when you're calling to Helm that it's a lot more difficult than you remember it being, and you don't even feel Helm. But you do feel an energy, come through you, and it seems to go through the pendant around your neck, the crystal pendant, and it feels like it's burning
Okay.
on your neck. Okay, but the power comes through your hand and it shoots out, and it does work.
So that would be a 20, not nat, but a 20.
That would hit.
And it is doing, let's see, 2 points. It did pathetic.
Yes.
Mine
Okay.
too. We're batting 1,000 here on the pathetic rolls.
I know.
Well,
Damage
it makes sense
rolls.
because if I'm losing that
Just get the bad rolls out now. We're off
well,
to
it's not even bad
great
rolls. I
start.
mean, if we're getting more and more separated from, from our source of power,
Right.
then it
Very
should
true.
come across thematically as it's getting weaker.
Right. The dice know. They, they really. So the farther you get,
Dax is
one.
trying to kill us.
All right. Back to Neve.
I definitely move up another 30 feet. So I'm within 30 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like walk, speed walking essentially, like battle walking. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk up 30 and dodge again.
And dodge again. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's their turn, and you're 30 feet. They drop their crossbows. Okay. And he grabs a shield. One of them grabs a shield and a sword, and the other one pulls out a whip. Okay. Grabs a shield and a whip. And actually, he has a sword in his whip. He doesn't grab the shield, and he moves up. And what's in your hand?
I mean, I've got my shard in my hand right now, but that's about it.
All right. He's going to attack you with the whip.
Is he moving first?
Yes.
Okay, so is it a bonus action to get out both a sword and a weapon, or like a shield and a weapon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's not picking up a shield. The other one's
Well, he
picking
pulled
up
out
a shield.
two weapons.
Right.
Usually, I've just understood that it's a bonus action to pull out one weapon. I didn't know
It's
you could do two.
pretty much we just do it as an incident
Okay.
to draw, But yeah, it's a bonus. So and he has 2 attacks.
Okay.
Okay, but he just hits you. Shoots the whip at you. What's your armor class?
15.
15. That's a hit. And roll me a strength, and the whip wraps around your hand, and he jerks it back.
Okay.
And roll me a strength save. And you also take 3 points of damage.
Strength save is a 13.
13. Okay, that's enough. You feel like the shard almost gets ripped out of your hand, but you manage to hang on, and the whip untangles and goes back into his hand. And the other guy goes running up to you, but he doesn't have an attack this round. But he's
Okay.
now upon you.
Okay.
All right.
So they're both. One of them is, I'm assuming, 10 feet away, or is he up on me?
One of them's probably about 20 feet away. He was 30 feet away. The guy with the
Okay.
whip. He hit you with the whip about 20 feet, and the other guy ran
That's
up
a
to you.
long whip.
20 foot?
A 20-foot whip?
I think that's the range for a whip.
It's 10, I think.
Is it 10?
Reach is
10
just
to
10.
15. I thought,
Okay, well then 10.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like,
10.
dang.
I thought
that's a hell of a-
you're right.
That's
It's
a big
a
ass.
bullwhip.
That's 2 car lengths of whip.
I'm thinking of thorn whip.
I'm taking that when this is over.
Yeah, that's still a D4. Dang.
That's it. All right, so
Still, you
I
can
will
stay
grab
away. Yeah.
all right, Brow.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame on which one?
Same one I hit last time.
Okay. And he failed his save again. Boy, I'm really pathetic with my
Goodness.
saves.
That would be 5 points.
All right. Now you are adding your +1?
Oh no, this gets +1. I thought it was only healing.
No.
Oh,
Everything is +1.
6. Everything?
Yeah.
6. The other one was a 5 then. This is life altering. +1 on everything.
Yeah, the +1 focuses are +1 to attacks and damage.
Yeah.
And well, and attacks and effects.
All right, so also you notice that the crystal in your pocket is moving.
Is it growing as
My
well?
kitty cat.
Your kitty cat is moving, and you're feeling an anxiety in your, a confusion, but then it seems to be focusing into an anger. Okay. All right, Soren.
So I'm gonna run up another 35 feet so I can get closer to the jerkhead who shot me.
Is the one that shot her the one that's right next to me, or the one that's kind of a distance?
The one that shot her is the one that's right next. Is the one with the whip.
Okay, so it's the one that's a little bit further, because there's one like right up on me with a
There's
sword
one,
and shield.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is it the same one that she sacred flamed?
No.
Advantage? No.
No.
Okay, different one. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go up since I saw him using his whip. I'm gonna be like, see how it feels, and cast Thorn Whip at him.
Okay.
So
That has a little more range.
yeah, it definitely does.
It does.
It's 30. That one's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief. 9.
9. That'll miss.
That misses. Well, I tried.
All right, and Cade.
All right. So
It's just a whip.
Cade is kind of having that moment where he realizes that wasn't right, and feeling like he's a little drained from struggling to try and get that off. He's going to
You got a
start running towards them.
You can just whip it
Okay.
back and forth.
And you're second level,
Yes.
so you can dash as a free action.
Do it from
So you can move twice your speed.
Okay. So he can close by 50 and then use the bonus action potentially to try and close a little bit more of that gap. Is that
Well, you would have been just out of range. He moved right up to him, so you could get right next to him,
Okay.
next to the one that's on him.
So then my
And
bonus
then-
action will be hiding behind him.
Well, you'd actually have an action. Your bonus action is your dash. So you can dash as a bonus action. You can evade or you can
Yeah, that's right.
evade. So you actually have an action.
Because you are slower, right? You're 25 feet.
Yeah, you're 25 foot,
so
you
you've
can
got to
move,
dash to get up to us.
You move 50 feet. You could dash and be right next to the one.
Okay,
that's
so
engaged
I'll
with
dash and I'll pull my I'll try and pull out my hex blade as I'm running up.
him. Okay, when you're trying to pull out your hex blade, okay, when you decide you're going to pull out a weapon, all of a sudden, what is the weapon you're going to pull out?
It's a rapier.
All of a sudden, a rapier appears in your hand, and it's kind of illusory, okay, and it's kind of got a purplish sheen.
I got a feeling
to
this
it.
might actually stop Cade in his tracks.
Right?
But
What?
Okay.
oh, that's not right.
Drop it. What the heck?
And your pendant on your neck is glowing again, and it's burning again. Okay, but this is real, and you can feel it. It's corporeal. I mean, you can feel it solid in your hand, but it just appeared in your hand.
Is it made out of crystal?
No, it's just it feels solid, but
But it looks
I mean,
ghostly.
it looks ghostly. Yes, almost like a a hex blade or.
Okay. Well, he may actually think that this is Helm's gift to him at the moment. Then
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure I keep it somewhat character there.
There
But,
you go.
but no, he'll continue to charge up as close as he can. But that action is to physically
Okay. Well,
pull the weapon.
you would be able to get right next to him. You could strike this time.
Thought pulling the weapon would be considered my action at that point.
No, because you don't have to pull it because it
'Cause
appeared in your
Alright.
hand.
All right, I will accept the
Let the
gift of the
GM,
GM.
yeah.
Actually, it would be a bonus action to cause it to appear. It is a bonus action to cause it to appear. So yes, you could not get.
Then we'll just leave it as it is because I don't want anybody nitpicking this to death.
There you go. Okay,
Alright.
so
Just give me
Nevi.
the chance. Well, it looks like
so now we have. And I'm going to assume y'all are probably about equidistance away. So, Nevi.
so I holler at the guy with the whip. I say, "Well, don't be too shy over there." And I kind of lightning crackles on my hand, kind of almost channeling from the crystal in my left hand down my other arm, and I whip out with a lightning lure and try to pull him in.
Okay.
We're doing an old-fashioned whip fight.
Everybody's using whips, throwing whips. I got
I
lightning
have
whips.
one.
Oh.
And I crit with it.
Whoa! Cha-ching!
So does that mean can I exchange the extra damage for he automatically?
Can I
fails
exchange
the
my
strength?
dice for yours?
No, do your damage.
Can I exchange the extra damage for he automatically fails the strength save to be pulled to me?
No.
Oh darn! So, but I do double damage. Yes.
Yes. And he failed his saving throw anyway, so.
Perfect. Hey, lightning lure deals a lot more damage than I thought it did.
Oh, really? What level spell is it?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Really?
Yes.
Use that puppy all the time.
9 damage,
Oh, boy.
and I pull him 10 feet, so he's right next to me now.
Wow.
Okay. And they're both right next
They're
to you.
both right next to me.
All right. So, so it's their turn. All right. It's time to whoop up. So they are both on you, and they look over at y'all charging in, but they
Well,
just
they do
decide-
have the other druid right over here too,
I know.
who already did a 30-foot thorn whip.
I know.
Missed.
But Rick doesn't like me, so
No. There's two of y'all right here next to him. So, and you would get opportunity attacks if they break away from you and run over there. So one of them is going to swing at Cade over here, or you hide
oh, it's
behind.
Cade that's by me.
You're
I didn't
not-
get a hide.
Oh,
I'm
you
over
didn't
by
get
but
a
you're
hide.
still
now.
behind him. Sort of.
Technically.
Okay. All right, let's see.
Sorta.
I'm a scaredy cat.
That's fine. We need
No,
you to stay far away.
Because
so
I
you
don't
can
like
heal us.
Nevi,
Right.
they're both attacking Nevi.
Now he rolled the dice, people. Come on.
That's a miss. And what's your armor class?
15.
15. That's a hit. And that is a miss. And he drops his whip. And he's going to attack two-handed. So,
Does he have a bastard sword?
Actually, it's a rapier, so he doesn't get to do that. Longsword. He does 8 points of damage.
Okay. Does he still drop that whip?
He does drop the whip.
Awesome.
Okay. So now morale.
Sacred Flame.
I got
Sacred
hit real bad.
Flame. On the same one.
Just gonna point that out. I got hit real bad.
Yeah, I'll get to you. Sacred Flame. I want them
Sacred
down
Flame.
before I have to get to you.
Don't worry, she'll step on your head when you're on the ground.
He
That's
knows.
fine.
He gets it.
Okay.
He failed.
Yes.
5.
5 damage. That includes your +1.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I should switch dice. Oh, that's much
Alright.
better. Can we switch to this one?
Yeah, next time, yes. And your cat, and
Pocket
your it comes
starts wiggling.
sticking out, it's sticking his head out of the pocket, and you feel the fur up on its back. On her
Because
back.
they're all needles
Hackles
to
are up.
you.
Crystal needles,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ouch.
Oh, come out.
And
It's kind of resembling more of a porcupine right now.
it feels like a porcupine, and you feel all of a sudden something you haven't felt from the cat before. This hatred.
It's marking you.
It's a warm, wet feeling.
Yeah.
It's crystal light.
Catch a sudden whiff of ammonia.
And it
I
jumps.
hate tieflings, huh?
It jumps onto the ground,
And gross insects.
and you hear this. You know that sound that cats make when they're fighting? That it is one of the most annoying sounds when you hear a cat fight.
If we're lucky, we'll hear it outside tonight.
Have you ever heard a tomcat chasing one that's in heat? A female
Oh,
that's in
that's
heat?
the worst,
That's
yeah.
the worst sound.
Oh,
That's
is it?
much
Okay.
worse than fighting cats.
And it comes jumping out, and it starts charging towards the fray. Okay.
Is it growing as it's charging? Or is
It's turning into a normal sized cat.
Okay.
Yeah. To a regular. It's already turned into a regular cat.
Okay.
Or whatever a crystal cat would be, a regular cat. But yeah.
House cat size.
Yes, house
Okay.
cat size. Yeah.
That.
Oh, you're waiting for when you get to see
giant-
what you ran into at the beginning. Ah! That's what I want
I'm
right
expecting
now.
it. What's the deal?
I know.
Why aren't you bigger?
Yeah, come on. Are we not feeding you enough?
Right.
You know, maybe we'll get some other stuff. Okay, Soren.
I'm gonna Thorn Whip again. Same guy. I see him
Alright.
from a distance. I'm not gonna try and
He's
pull him
just
to
getting
me.
whipped back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily
We
try and
played that
chase
game
him.
before.
We
I'm
did.
Just,
That
And
was
it works
awesome.
very well, yes.
just gonna give him a good yank. Okay,
that's
that's
a good
definitely
one.
better. 22.
That'll work.
Cool. Love it.
Now,
Does a 38 hit?
I know. I have a rule at this level. If you roll a 20 and you ask me if that hits, then it doesn't hit.
At least we've established that on camera before.
Yes. So just if I throw something at you that 20s don't hit at this level, then I'm doing
Nat
something wrong.
20 or
Yeah.
Just 20s.
just any 20?
Yeah, any 20.
I only rolled 2.
2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
What is with
girl.
our damage?
I don't know.
This is going to be a long night.
I know, and this
Yeah.
is the easy encounter. This was just
You are
supposed to
doing
be a
great.
little bit of fluff, not
You
really to
keep
do
it
any
up,
damage.
'cause
Oh no.
All
I
right.
hope I roll high on
Okay,
the healing.
Cade.
That's all I got to say.
All right. So, Cade, at this point, he's just going to just waylay into the closest guy that he's got.
Okay.
I mean, he's still taking the whole context of he's a general fighter at this point. So, he's just going to rear back and just try and tear him up.
Okay. Take your swing.
So, let's see. That would be a 22.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, 22.
All right. When you hit him, now you do get your sneak attack damage.
This isn't a sneak attack because I wasn't hidden.
It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter if you've got another player within
Within
5
5
feet of the
feet.
enemy.
Really?
you
Okay.
get your
Hey,
sneak attack
thank
damage.
you.
Okay. And
Yes.
you also notice that
Wonderful.
an energy pours out of your ghostly rapier when you hit into this guy, and you get an extra d6.
Alright. Well, and because of my fighting style, I actually get a +2 to damage anyway.
Oh.
Which sucks!
What's with y'all's dice?
I don't know.
Well, at least you're getting it out of the way with these guys.
Total of 8.
With how many 6-sided dice did you roll?
2.
Well, you should roll. Don't you? You do 2. Your sneak attack is 2 6, right? And then the
No,
extra.
Sneak attack says deal an extra 1d6 damage.
Oh, at this level is 1d6.
Yes.
Okay, and then so
One
the
more
extra,
level, and then we get the.
then you get
the
a
next
third
one.
level. Okay.
So it's a total of 8. It's a total of 8.
and you roll a 1d8 for your rapier.
Yep.
Okay, and you got a total of 8 damage. Oh my gosh, y'all are
Oh, hold on.
pathetic.
Let me double check something real
Yeah.
quick. Oh, it's.
This is
Hold on,
sad.
time out. So it says 1d8 plus 7. So 15.
Shouldn't be. No, that's +7 to hit. No,
Oh, that's under damage. Calculated from what's it called? From D&D Beyond.
What is your dexterity?
My dexterity is 19.
Oh, your dexterity is 19.
Mhm.
How'd you get your dexterity?
Because of the fact that I'm a halfling, because of the fact that I had rolled initially fairly high when we did the stats.
Oh, you
And I
rolled
got
for
my,
stats.
Yeah,
you didn't
my
do.
highest stats.
Okay.
Even with a 19,
Yeah.
it's still +4.
Right. No, I know. Okay.
I don't know how it's calculated. Well, the weapon was
It's
a
still-
rapier
it's
plus
still
one.
plus 4.
And then a rapier +1, and then +2 because he's a duelist.
+2.
That's it. So it's calculating in here.
Yes.
So,
So
all right.
the +2 is not damage. The +2 is
No, it is
to
damage.
hit.
So
But then you don't get it. You don't get.
All right,
Duelist
time out,
doesn't
time
give you
out.
plus to hit.
Right.
Oh, they're plus damage.
It's +2
all right,
damage
so
when you're wielding
it
one
would
weapon.
not be an 8. It would be a 6 on the die plus 7. So we are at 13.
13. That's,
13.
Okay.
Okay, now that I see how it's calculating, you're absolutely correct.
Yep.
All right.
And we will cut that in the end one.
No, we won't. We'll leave it there. We're sorted out.
Okay. All right. So, back to you, Nevi.
Back to Nevi.
One of them is wobbling.
Which one?
The one that has the
Ghostly rapier sticking through him.
The one that has the shield and the sword.
Okay, so the clearly weaker one that doesn't have bonus attacks.
Well, no, he's just been hit a lot.
Let me do...
Not for much damage, but hit a lot.
I would like to state that at this point, I would like to use my bonus action to now kind of circle back behind him
And hide.
and hide.
Okay, roll your stealth to hide.
Or just dodge.
Doesn't the hide give me a little bit better?
The hide gives you advantage on your attack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
If I trip
all right,
over you...
21.
Okay. All right, Nettie.
Okay, is it going to be like an incidental action for me to pick up that whip off the ground that he dropped?
Actually, that would be an action because it's on the ground. If it was on your person,
I see. Well, okay then. Yeah, that's fine. I am just going to... This is hard. Why not just Thunderclap?
okay.
So yeah, so I kind of get like, instead of like lightning rumbling through this thing, I almost feel it like the discharge of lightning has made it like vibrate a little bit in my hands, and so I'm gonna clap them together.
In his face.
Thunderclap,
Okay.
which yeah, within 5 feet. So I'm gonna hit the guy that I've been hitting on already, the one that had the whip,
Okay.
and we got a 9 plus 4. That's only a 13.
That's what you need because he doesn't have a shield.
Oh, I'm thunderclapping, so he has to actually make a Constitution save. I'm reading the wrong rules.
He made a save.
Read the rest of the paragraph.
Nerds.
Now for the rest of the story. Okay. So,
Doesn't he still take half damage?
From thunderclap, no.
no, not if
Oh,
it's
okay.
is it a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No.
All right.
All right. So,
Oh,
they
each creature in range, so within 5 feet. So the other guy needs to make a save as well.
and what's your DC? I
12.
think he made it. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
All right. So,
Useless piece of junk.
That's one hit,
My hand's tingling again.
and that's 4 points of damage.
I think that's what we call the sleeper.
And your armor class was
15.
15. That's a miss. Okay. So one hit for 4 points of damage.
All right.
Brown.
Sacred.
Flame! Dexterity saving throw. That's a 14.
Saved.
Okay. So your cat leaps onto, and the tiefling turns. You sacred flame kind of fizzles out on it, but he looks over in your direction and he sees this little crystal streak claws out, flying through the air, going, and lands on his shoulder, digging her claws into his shoulder, and then almost looks like does 4 points of damage. Almost looks like she's running around, and he just is like this as this cat is just
Shredding him.
shredding on him.
Good kitty.
All right.
Does his confusion give him disadvantage?
It might.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I this time am going to turn back to the same guy and cast Frostbite instead.
Okay.
And I believe you have to make a Constitution save
All right.
of at least 13.
Well,
Yes.
if he's got to make a con
Oh,
save,
then I
you
don't need
have
to roll. That's true.
Yep. He made it.
Okay.
When it's con, it seems like I've made every con save and I've failed every dexterity
Well.
save.
You
Then-
passed that last dex save.
Bummer.
Oh, did okay. Oh, good.
So
So
one.
things are looking up.
You passed one.
One. Yeah.
One.
I hope that it's not just these guys. You know. Not that I want to do any damage to them. I wasn't really even planning to do much damage in this encounter.
How about
Prove
you?
it. Prove it.
How about
Well,
you?
you did just walk right out. Okay.
Well, they were
Okay,
launching
taking
arrows
15.
at us.
Yeah, well, only after y'all walked right out.
Uh-huh. All right, so Cade, feeling this pendant getting hotter and hotter, it's almost like burning on him, is now going to kind of... He's just jumping back out. He wants this over and done with. He's jumping back out, and he's trying to stab the closest guy to him.
Okay, you have advantage because you were hiding.
Well, it's a good thing I had advantage.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so that is a... It's over 20. It's 23.
He's down.
Yeah,
And
y'all don't forget your narrative dice as well.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I always forget the narrative.
So he was
That's why
close
I've been,
enough.
like,
He was
describing
close enough that
things so
regardless
much
of
so I
damage,
could
it was
roll
going to take him
those
down.
every
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
He was down pretty low. So one of them. So your ghostly rapier goes streaking right through his shoulder and cuts right across him, and he has a startled look on his face as he falls to the ground, and blood starts pouring out of his chest. And let's see if he falls on you. And he falls next to you.
All right.
Okay.
And again from the other guy. That would be a 25.
Okay, that's for Hyde.
That's for high.
Okay, Nevi.
Okay. Man, and you said it's going to be an action for me to pick something up off the ground.
Yeah, because you got to bend down, you know. And plus, what are you going to do with a whip at close range anyway?
There's no disadvantage for using it at close range.
Seriously?
Not according to the equipment tables.
Really?
Yeah, the lance is
When
the
it's
only
engaged?
thing. Yeah, the lance is the only thing that gets disadvantage when you're outside of.
I
when
guess
you're
they
inside
figure
of the
because it's
reach
only
range.
1d4 anyway, so they
Right.
probably figure you're just hitting him with it because your fist does 1d4. So, okay.
Yep, so that's fine. I am going to. This thing must be broken, and I'm going to jab at him with my shard.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And that's going to be a critical failure.
Ooh.
You win some, you lose some.
There
Am
you
I right?
go. So you're not really used to the shard, and so you shard yourself when it
Fair enough.
just right on the ground.
It's this new body.
It is.
Oh, he shot it.
Oh no! And he hits you again.
I am
Insult
going
to
to,
injury.
as he hits me, I'm going to shield.
You're gonna shield.
Yeah. So it's 5
Okay.
extra AC.
All right. Okay.
Does he still hit me?
Well, let's see. He rolled a 16.
So no, he does not.
Okay. So he misses. He would have only done 3 points of damage, but
That's fine. I've taken 15 already at level.
I mean, no,
4,
y'all
so
weren't supposed. This was supposed to be your warm up. Just mosey on in, get some tactics going.
I'm saying Rick doesn't like me.
Yeah.
So I got targeted by every attack that's hit so far.
Yeah. That's what
You
happens
have
when you
taken the
run
brunt of
up and you're the first one there.
That's his job.
I know. Okay.
I'm not
I
going
am the
up there.
paladin.
I know.
I know what I do.
All right. So
Was he the only? Oh yeah, he's the only one left alive.
he's the only one left. Okay. So
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. And he made his save again. Okay.
Even with the cat running around, no disadvantage for that.
You know what? Since it's a dexterity, I will give disadvantage for that. And he fails.
Yay. Dang it!
But it's 3 damage.
3 damage.
So the moral of the story is just like the other players at the table, stop being what you originally were, because it's not working.
What I'm doing right now is not working either. It worked one time.
It's the dice. The dice are trying to kill us. See,
Okay,
that-
we'll
that
see.
would've
All right,
worked.
Sora, let's see if your dice can kill.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite again, so it's a
Okay.
13 save.
And he makes it.
God!
All right.
And here comes the halfling running around the corner.
And this guy's got a cat running around the top.
Oh yeah, did the cat do more damage?
Oh, yeah. Nope, the cat. How can the cat not do more damage? But the cat did not do more damage.
All right, so 17 to hit,
Okay, that's hits.
18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. And he goes down. And
So this ghostly blade
Thank
just
you.
slices directly through his back, coming up from the front. And there's this
you.
halfling standing down on the ground going,
thank you very much.
Don't hit the cat!
Yes, you don't know what that could do to the cat.
Hey, I had him. As I'm bleeding from several wounds.
I'll heal you. I'll heal you.
Y'all have potions too.
Oh yeah.
Use those for just the baby fight, though.
I know. I'm amazed that y'all had See, in my mind, I had there's a hill. They'll sneak up the side of the hill and jump on him with surprise, and take him out. And it'll be a quick, short fight.
Look, we were just ready to go. Ready to
11
fight.
points. No. 12 points.
Nice. She healed me for 12 points. Now, in fairness, Rick, what I was described to was there's a hill with a tunnel in it, and you're coming over another hill. So I imagined 2 hills, and we're over here, and they're over here. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we're just going. Because that's
Well-
all I knew about.
Right, but you didn't. What's the terrain? I mean, there's tree. If there's 2 hills, then there's probably other hills in the area, and you could have circled around.
Probably is not a description. Probably is not a description.
And
In a
neither is
descriptive
asking
narrative game.
questions.
You're right.
And coming up with a plan. Because if y'all
So with
don't
all that
come up
being
with
said, we'll see you
plans-
guys next session. If you're with us in the live show, we'll see you in 5 minutes. Until next time, keep on adventuring.
All right. Well, howdy. Welcome to Piercing the Crystal Veil, Black Crystal Quest for the Black Crystal, the second episode in this chapter. And
He looked at me like I know the chapter of his campaign.
It could happen. I mean, you've been like, interjecting on everything else.
I know. What would you like to do here?
Everything.
Okay.
Let me change the story here.
Yes.
I'm gonna charge straight in.
Wow. So they just ran into a couple of tieflings outside the hill that they've excavated into this and unearthed this tomb. Or at least that's what they were led to believe. It was a tomb. They don't know for sure. And they have walked in. And when they walk in, they come into a 10-foot hallway. Do we need to do
wait,
any?
there's more.
There's more. Would you like to interject something?
Yes, I would.
Yes. Before
Business
we get
first.
started, yes.
Business first.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, thank you for watching this evening, and we are glad that you're here. If you're here for the first time, please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification in order to know whenever we have new content coming out. We do have other platforms that we stream to, either Twitch or I believe Percy has started
Some Facebook Live.
Some Facebook Live. So you can find us on any of those platforms, and within our descriptions, you'll be able to find the links to get over to those platforms. So all I'm going to do is ask you to help us grow.
Yeah, and if you're a D&D
Please do.
player and you like figuring out how to paint minis, that's mostly what I'm doing as far as like role-playing games on Facebook Live right now. So
Yeah.
check
All
out.
right.
I just kind of sit and paint and chat for about an hour.
Now, Rick, you can have it back
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Hello.
We don't need another recap.
No. So, without further ado, they have ventured into the darkness as they've moved through the door, and they can feel the dank, stale air of eons and eons, just oppressive.
Dank, stale, so it stank.
Stank, yes.
All right.
Stanky air. Some fresh air comes from the open doorway that apparently was ripped off its hinges. As they're walking in, they can see that the door was ripped off its hinges by something with great strength, obviously, and tossed aside. They see big, heavy humanoid footprints going in. And they move into this hallway, and there's an eerie light coming from a larger room at the end of the hallway. But what immediately grabs their attention is on either side, on the walls on either side, is a crystal mosaic. On the right one, it shows different races in chains being driven by devils and tieflings and black crystal men. On the left side sits a black and red robed tiefling sitting on a throne wearing a skeletal crown, and he has an ornate rod topped by a glowing black crystal that has a
Yes.
Sounds cool, taking it.
And that crystal rod actually protrudes a little bit from the wall. Unlike all the other crystal mosaics, which are embedded in the wall, it protrudes slightly. And there is the faintest little glow of light in it that seems to be fading. In front of the throne, kneel a dwarf and a dragonborn. And they're kneeling submissively before the throne, their arms outstretched, coming together, palms up. And they stick their palms stick a little bit out from the mosaic of the wall also. And basically one to the right and one to the left below this black crystal rod, almost in a triangle form. And you see in the palms of their hands are broken, dull crystals. And one is red and one is yellow. And that is what you see, other than a faint glowing blackish light coming from the room farther on.
It's worth noting that I picked up the whip and the shield on our way in.
Okay.
We kind of skipped that at the end of the last
So you
session.
you
but
looted the bodies? Did you loot anything else?
I was just like, we got to go in. We're here to stop something. So these are visible. I'm just going to go ahead and I grabbed the shield and I grabbed the whip.
Okay.
Now, Cade may have stopped for a second. He's got some bonus action shenanigans he can do.
Loot them all.
I don't think Cade would have gone through their corpses at this point.
Yeah, they'll be there when we get back. Maybe.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. If we come back.
Either that, or they'll be
Or they'll
hitting
be-
us, or they'll be attacking us from behind.
They'll be reanimated.
So,
okay.
You know.
We did, necromancer.
So.
Hey, how
so
about
you,
we sacred flame those bodies until they're charred?
No ideas for the DMP, please.
Note to self. So.
Cade is going to actually inspect these statues and the shards and what they're holding in their hand and
Okay.
see if there's
It's
anything
mosaics,
that...
right? Not
They're-
statues.
Yeah, they're mosaics,
Mosaics.
Okay.
and the kneeling mosaics with their palms outstretched, and the crystals are in. They're kind of broken, cracked a little bit, and they are dull. Normally, the
They don't
crystals look
like,
kind of
they
shiny.
look like they've been used.
Yes, yes. But the glowing, the little scepter kind of, the rod with the little glowing back, that is just protruding a little bit. And it looks like the energy has kind of faded out of it too. You can see just barely a little hint of light in that's just going out. And you're well, that wasn't like me. I don't know what came over me, but
Is this the cat? I was like, what's happening?
Y'all don't hear this. I'm hearing it.
Morale hears this in her head. Oh my.
Morale's still out on the ground like a cat, right? Not like the little crystal, right?
Right, she's still out on the ground like a cat, and she's kind of twitching her tail back and forth, and she seems a little agitated, and she says, I don't like this place. I don't like this place at all. I don't know what is going on. Those people, they just irritated me to no end. I got my dander all up, and my gosh,
I completely get it.
do you now?
Yeah.
Where are we? What are we doing?
We're
I don't
going-
like that person sitting up there on that throne.
Yeah, no, I don't either. But I'm kind of enamored of his scepter there. What do you think of it?
I don't know what to tell you of that, but I don't think I'd want anything that he had any part of.
Okay.
I think it'd bring you nothing but bad luck and ruin.
Okay.
But, what do I know? In fact, I don't know much of anything at this point.
I'm going to sniff real deep.
Okay.
And that's narratively, I'm activating my divine sense.
Cade looks at him, throws his thumb on his forehead. Not it!
Okay, and what are you doing exactly?
I can sense good and evil within 60 feet. Celestial, fiend, undead, anything affected by the Hallow spell.
You would get a very strong sense of evil, and you would get a strong sense of evil coming off from the room beyond.
Okay, from the next room with
Yes.
the light.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me. And probably from the crystal
From the scepter? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's as I expected. This room smells evil. About as evil as you can get. That scepter smells evil. That
What?
lighted room smells evil.
What does evil smell like?
Probably not very good.
It kind of, it's a
Cade
little
is sniffing the air.
What, can I tell what kind? Is it fiendish? Is it undead? Like what? Because I would know what
Undead.
type. Undead?
Undead.
Well, this particular evil seems to smell like... I remember the smell from Neverwinter, the smell of like rotting animal bones and corpses, and
I smell dead people.
that's kind of the... Indeed. It's kind of the... It smells undead, as it were, like a zombie skeleton
So
dragon kind of thing.
So I
I'm just
have
making that up.
No, I know.
by the way.
That's fine.
I have this handy dandy little spell here called Protection from Evil and Good. But I
There
can only
is-
do it to one person.
There's a great amount of evil in this space.
I can only do it to one person.
What exactly does your spell do in mechanical vernacular?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature I touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
And how long does it last?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking him, because he's our damage dealer.
Yeah, but did you see how much he was getting swung at? I would
You
prefer
were
it.
the one getting swung
I
at.
would prefer it if they had disadvantage against me.
Well, yeah, you would prefer.
If
Wouldn't
he's
we
gonna-
all prefer
If
that?
here's my take. If Cade's gonna hide behind me
I can
and
hide
slip
behind
in and
him,
out,
so
Okay.
he's gonna be well protected. Plus,
I can
now
climb
have,
between his legs and poke him.
Plus, I now have this shield, and I happen to have taken the
Okay.
protective fighting stance, so I can just hand him disadvantage anytime I need to.
Okay.
And you would also know that your sense is a general sense. It's not specific. I mean, it's
Right,
like
it's not
this
pinpoint.
area.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me
is-
a direction
kind of
necessarily.
as
So I'm going
opposed
to
to
hold an action. Once we are confronted by something that is
without a doubt evil that
One
you
of
think
these-
one of those guys.
one of
Okay.
these things, the aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiends, or undead,
Yeah.
I pop that off on him.
Okay.
I would like to sneak up to the end of the hallway and take a look in the big room.
Okay. So you sneak up to the end of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you look in and you see basically what's there. Do you stick your head in the room or do you just?
Well,
kinda-
like I said, I'm just kind of sneaking up there, just kind of.
This is the room that we're looking at on the camera. Is the lighted room.
the room that you're and
This is not the room
when-
with the throne and the
no,
scepter and the
no.
da-da-da.
This is a lighted
Got
room.
it.
This is an opening right
Okay.
here. There's a hallway. Okay, so
Perfect.
what he's looking into is it's a 40-foot room. It's a 40 by 40-foot room. It is lit by crystal tiefling skulls in each corner, and there's a pattern of glyphs around the room, a circular pattern in the center. So all the walls have glyphs, and in the center there's a big circle of glyphs. In the middle of the wall, and in the far left corner, or excuse me, the far right corner, you see a hallway going off kind of at an angle. So you can't really see, down it. You just see it kind of goes off at an angle. Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, that's going to go well. 12.
12. Okay. So you are at the end of the hallway, and this is what you see. Now, are you going in? Are you sticking your head in? Or I'm just assuming you're standing.
I'm like right at the end of the hallway, so I'm going to turn around and kind of, hey guys, this is what I'm seeing,
Okay.
so that they don't have to walk up directly into it.
Okay. All right. And so that's what you see. And there's a very, very faint light. The light you see is a very faint light coming from the crystal skulls.
Okay. And then I'll let them know there's these strange drawings on the floor, and these skulls are glowing. Oh, by the way, there's crystal skulls in there,
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
and they all seem to be facing the middle.
Skulls.
Fancy but dangerous.
Are there any creatures of any kind?
Well, none that I saw, or I'd tell you there were creatures.
Well, fair. That's fair.
You can't see
Okay.
in the corners
So you said
here
there's
unless you
writing
stick
on the
your head in.
walls?
It's on the floor.
All right, so
It's
I'm
on the
gonna.
floor?
I kind of.
So probably don't step on the floor?
I kind of put my shield in front of me, and I'm gonna slowly walk into the room, looking
Okay.
around.
Don't step
All
on
right.
the floor, on the writing
When
on
you
the floor.
step into the room, you feel like you just stepped through a barrier. Okay, you can feel a little energy, a little tingle on your body as you step into the room.
Is it a good tingle or an uneasy tingle?
It's a totally neutral tingle, okay? But
Very platonic tingle.
yes. But
I'm not gonna say where I was going
so
because you currently know where Kate is
You
located.
step into the room. Kate is right here on the edge. He did not go in. And you look around and you look over and you notice in one corner, one of the tiefling skulls starts getting brighter. And it starts slowly
Which
getting brighter.
one?
I point my shield in that direction.
This one over here. And then you notice this one
Oh,
starts
snap.
getting brighter.
Does my spell go off?
And then no. And then you notice that the one on the far right corner starts getting
Okay,
brighter.
I want to make a maybe religion or arcana
Arcana?
check.
Okay.
Just to see if I know, like, is this a summoning deal that's happening right now? That's kind of what my intuition is thinking.
Snap.
And I got a 12
A
on
12? You can't tell. And
that. Okay,
now
I'm going to
all of
sprint
the
over
skulls-
and
Oh,
scratch
snap.
one of the glyphs on the ground with the shield.
Oh, one of these glyphs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you start pounding on the glyphs.
Or
on
maybe
the
with,
ground.
no, my shard is harder.
Okay.
So I'm going to scrape it on the ground, like across one of the glyphs, trying to disrupt
and
whatever
it
it is.
doesn't seem to be affecting the glyphs, but the skulls get brighter
That's all I had.
and brighter, and pretty soon their eye sockets glow black, and beams of energy shoot out of their eye sockets to the very center.
I called it.
And slowly you see a crystalline shape rising up out of the center of the
Kate
glyphs.
would like to hide behind him.
I think Cade would like to stay in the back right now.
I think my spell pops off.
But you don't know what it is. So you don't know what you're defending against yet.
Yeah, you don't know if it.
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
know there's something coming. And
right.
I'm scaredy cat, so I would knee-jerk reaction.
Holy
Yeah.
jeez, yep.
Oh,
Pretty
goes
soon.
boy.
Well, it may not meet any of the. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
meet any of the criteria that you have stated.
So you need to slide
Yeah.
me forward.
You can choose to. So it's your decision whether you want to spell, but it's not a fiend, as you can tell. It's a humanoid crystalline form, very large humanoid crystalline form, rises up out of the ground, and these beams
At
of
a
energy.
place that I know
are-
is evil, something shows up. Yeah.
Okay,
What is he? I'm sniffing.
you're sniffing. It does not. He
It
does
doesn't.
not smell. The whole area pervades evil.
But it does. But I do know what type of evil the area pervades. Like I know what types of evil there are, as long as it's not behind full cover.
Right.
So if this is something different than undead, and it's evil, then I would know what it is.
No, this is the undead that you sense is coming from the skulls.
Sure. But
So
I don't.
just a feeling of undeath in this area.
Okay, but I don't sense any other kind of evil. That's
No.
my point. Is like
No.
I know all kinds of evil that are around. I
Right.
may just not know pinpoint
This,
what they
this
are.
does not detect.
Perfect.
It's almost like
Excellent.
it's a construct.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. That's helpful. Hey, hold off on that one, Brow. This guy don't stink.
My hair is standing up. Are you sure?
And
Hey,
I think we need to roll
can we
initiative.
speak first?
We need to talk because I'm pretty.
Dude, why am I... I've got a natural 20. I don't want that right now. I want it in a minute.
No, you might want your natural 20 right now.
Uh-oh.
All right.
22.
22.
Yep.
Okay.
20 for me.
All right. Anybody higher than 15?
16.
16.
I rolled a 7.
There might be advantage to going last.
Sometimes there definitely is.
So it's
We'll find
almost
out.
always good for the cleric to go last. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, I mean, I do have cure wounds, so I can do some healing if need be.
If you I don't know what might make you think that you
Now,
might need healing
This,
at this
may
point.
come off wrong, but can I touch myself
As a
You
paladin,
mean like-
for lay on hands?
Yes, you can.
I
You
touch
can.
myself.
So the paladin is touching himself right now while
That's
this
what we're naming this
immense
episode. Can I touch
crystal
myself?
creature rises out of the ground. It keeps rising
He
and
really likes
rising.
this guy. Rise.
Okay, cool.
It's now fully erect and standing in front of you.
All right, is he?
And
is
it's
he
hard.
Can we just say he's within 5 feet of me, or do I need to move?
He is. Yeah. Well, no, you're going to have to move. He's
Okay.
not within 5 feet of you.
Am I
But you're-
first?
Yes.
Scooch me up.
Okay.
And you sure are a big feller. And I'm gonna, with the shield, just boom, right
Hit him
into
with
him.
the
Yeah, I'm
shield?
just gonna see what's going on.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 17.
A 17 hits.
Excellent. Then this is going to be a level 2 Divine Smite.
Okay. Now, the shield itself does no damage
It
against him.
does.
It does. The shield itself doesn't hurt him.
I see. So our nothing we do is going to.
Unless
So
it's
I'm-
magic.
Okay. Then that is so my strength
Well,
doesn't
actually, hang
go
on a
into
second, hang on a
effect
second.
at all either.
Actually, it does. It does small damage. The smite will do its normal damage.
Okay,
The
so
shield does
the
half damage.
shield is going to do 6 damage by itself,
So half of that would be
3.
3. Okay.
and then tack onto that another 14.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
So I kind of lit off. You sure are a big feller. And then I almost whisper to myself, Morena. and maybe like I think the shield even ripples a little bit as I connect, and so like the shield hits initially, and then it kind of boom hits him with an extra little big pow.
And you smell rose petals.
Nice. Hey, this guy's pretty good after all. It smells pretty flowery in here right now.
And thorns seem to appear on the outside of the shield as you strike him.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So that's kind of what that ripple is. It's like, pow. Cool.
Okay.
All right, so that was a level 2 spell slot that I used for that.
Okay. So,
Sacred flame.
I'm not blessing anybody. I'm nuking.
Please do. Nuke away.
I want to see what it'll do first. If it does anything.
okay.
DC 13.
Oh, DC 13 and fails.
That's always good. 8.
8 damage. Oh, look at the dice already doing a little bit better there for you.
Hallelujah.
All right.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. Now it's his turn. And he moves towards you, though you're engaged, and just it's almost like the beams of energy follow him. Okay, the skeletal
Skulls.
beams are still focused on him. And he rears back with one of his big crystalline paws and swings both of them at you and hits twice
Oh.
At me.
at
Yep.
you.
So are the beams still
So he
focusing on him?
swings at me. He swings at me twice.
Yes, he's got 2
Excellent.
swings.
I'm gonna reaction shield
Okay.
to make my AC at 22.
AC of 22, and they still both hit.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, you got so lucky. I rolled 2
I don't know if I
eight-sided
would say
die.
that.
Well, 2 8-sided die, so that's 4.
Plus whatever the giant crystal monster's strength bonus is.
9. Yeah, I understand.
So lucky,
Start
half your life
giving
is
the
gone.
DM information.
I rolled 4 8-sided die. I rolled 3
Oh,
1s
thank God.
I'm
and a
appreciative of that.
3.
Thank goodness.
Excellent.
So that is still 14 points of damage, but considering what it could have been, you could not have gotten any luckier. Not that I'm upset that I only did that little damage to you, but... Okay, and you notice that he seems to heal up a little bit. Okay. All right. Cade.
Cade would like to run over to the closest crystal skull
Okay.
and knock it off the wall.
Okay. I'm not sure how Cade is going to do that for one reason.
What is that?
They're over 10 feet up in the air.
Okay. No, that's not what the comment was.
Now, keep in mind, and you notice that as you're looking at it, that all of a sudden your rapier grows into a halberd.
Well, that's different.
And you fall over because halberds are like 20 pounds.
that weighs as much as I do.
Luckily, it's a ghostly halberd.
Okay, now that I'm holding this extended halberd, I guess I will go ahead and strike at it.
Okay.
Well, that didn't go very, very well there. Just standard proficiency bonuses, correct?
Well, you're +1.
Oh, and +1. So that's going to be 8.
Nope.
This is not my usual weapon.
So you hit it, and it just doesn't seem to phase it. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of step up and cast Thunder Wave on this guy.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution
How far are you
saving
stepping
throw.
Just here, to the entrance. So.
I'm sure that I made it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At least 13.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
he's got a good constitution, as you might guess.
That means he takes half damage. So I
Alright.
still get to roll. How does that work out when it's odd? Do you round up? or
Right
down?
down.
Down.
Down. Okay. So 5.
Yeah, you're asking the D&D rookie here.
Okay.
I don't play a
Well,
whole ton of D&D.
I just don't do math quickly very well under pressure. So.
All right, Nevi. Now you know what he can
Sorry.
do.
Sort of.
Sort of.
I can know a thing he can do.
He can hit me hard.
He can hit me real good.
And if he got a crit, oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, this is hard. I'll pull out my whip.
Got Thorn. That's got Thorn.
Yep.
Okay.
Pull out my whip, and I wrap it around his leg, and I say, "Stay right there." So I'm doing the booming blade cantrip,
A booming blade. Okay.
which makes me do a melee attack, which still counts as a melee attack. So I'm going to combine Divine Smite with it here.
Okay. Now, will that make that a magical booming blade?
So booming blade reads as part of the action, you must make a melee attack with a weapon.
Okay.
So I don't like roll a spell DC to hit. I'm rolling my melee attack, and this adds on top of the melee attack.
Okay.
It gives an
and you
effect
have
to
to
it.
hit though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me roll that melee attack. That's going to be a 13 plus 5, so 18.
18 will hit.
That'll hit. Okay, great. So it just does the normal whip damage, but I am adding the Divine Smite on top of it.
And it's considered magical damage.
Well,
The
let's see. No, initially it's going to deal the regular damage.
Okay. So that'll be
But
half.
what it does is it encases him in essentially an aura of thunder, and if he moves willingly before my next turn, he's going to take extra damage on top.
Okay. Okay. I remember what the spell does.
Yeah.
Now.
So the base damage is going to be 5 for the whip, so only 2 on that,
Okay.
and then another 11 from Divine Smite. And then I am going to do something very dumb, and I'm going to move backwards.
Okay.
So he's going to get an attack of opportunity on me for sure.
And he misses.
Excellent. So move me back to the doorway.
To the doorway.
Yeah.
You have a stretchy claw thing right there that
Well, I don't know what his reach is.
that was.
Oh, that stretchy claw thing.
Oh,
That's for cat effects.
Oh,
Not for
okay.
moving miniatures. So yes, I say stay right there. Pow! And then I back up.
Okay. Ma, your friend sure got himself into a hornet's nest now, didn't he?
what is that? Do you know?
Don't look at me. What makes you think I might know
don't
something
know.
like that?
I don't know what you
I'm
know.
just going to sit right here and watch
Are you
the
saying these things
entertainment.
out loud?
Yeah, I'm speaking out loud, but y'all don't hear that part of
Is
it.
the cat like making sounds, or is
You
it
hear,
telepathic?
"Meow." You'd hear,
What the
yeah.
heck are you doing over
Well,
here?
you're about 40 feet away from her at this point
Is
in
she?
time. Yeah.
Oh, is she not the one? Oh, that's the
No, I'm
druid.
in
No,
the back.
20
I don't
feet.
know what everybody's minutes.
Yeah,
are.
you're about 20. You're about 20 feet away from her right now. She's talking to a wall in a mosaic, and you're a little bit more concerned about the big crystal dude in front of
That's,
you.
no, I thought she was the one beside me.
No.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Yep, that's what I do.
So, when you hit the skull, did anything happen?
I didn't hit the skull.
You didn't hit it. Okay.
No, my weapon grew by like 6 feet, and it was a little awkward.
That's what you think.
It's true.
So I'm gonna step up right behind them in the doorway,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bless you, and a bless for you, and a bless for you, and a bless for me. Can I bless the cat?
Well, you only get 4, unfortunately. You could try, but
I could cast it up.
you could. You get the impression the cat's not really
Yeah.
into this.
And that gives a extra D4 on.
On
Everything.
saving throws and attack rolls,
But not damage.
not damage.
Anything you roll a d20 on.
Okay.
Skill checks. Okay. Alrighty then. Ooh, it's my turn. And you move back to the doorway, huh?
I did. He takes 6 damage.
And I'll step back.
And he has reach.
That's fine. He takes 6 thunder damage. I don't know if that affects. If he's
Thunder?
maybe vulnerable to thunder. I don't know.
You want to roll the damage?
I already did. He takes 6 damage.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like he took the whole 6?
It does.
Does it look like he took more than 6?
No, it does not. And he's still. You notice his foot is still on the crystals, and he's stepped forward, and he is swinging. Oh, we have 2 choices there. And he'll swing once at each one of you. All right. It's a hit on Soren. And that's a hit on you, too. Soren takes 12 points of damage. And you take 15 points of damage.
Did the beams shift as he moved?
Yes, they
Follow
follow
him?
him. Yes.
So I'm way outside. I can't see any of what's going on in there if you want to share information.
And
I'm down and around the corner.
You can still yell.
And you notice the beams seem to brighten a little. You notice that the level of the beams got a little lower when every time he's got hit, but they get a little bit brighter when he moves. Okay.
Who's next?
Is it Mina?
Yes.
Okay.
Should be
Cade.
Cade's turn.
No, it's Cade.
Got it.
So Cade, noticing this, is still going to continue his current course of action, which is trying to knock a skull off that wall.
Okay.
So this time we get a plus D4.
Did you hide last time?
No.
Because it would give you advantage.
What can I hide in?
Are the skulls seeing him?
What?
No, but anytime you hide,
Okay, so narratively speaking, and I'm just asking this question as a player. I'm in an open room with nothing to hide behind. How am I hiding?
there's shadows. What are you, a Lightfoot or? Oh no, you're a stout.
I'm a
so
You
scout.
didn't, you
don't
didn't
have
do
those
it, so just
benefits.
roll it.
Go.
Yeah. All right, so that would be a 19.
That will hit.
Yay!
All right.
Take it down.
So this time, what's the halberd damage?
I think it's 1d10.
D10.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will take that, and I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't get the +6 on that one because nobody's engaged with that. So this is just straight up. So it gets a +1.
not
So
with that,
8.
yeah.
8 damage. Okay. And the beam flickers a little bit. All right.
Does it look
Did-
like it gets wobbly or anything, or
You can't
kind
really.
of down energy?
No, not at this point.
All right.
Sorry.
So
Great. Know what I'm doing.
this time, Cade would like to go ahead and try and jump into a shadow.
Okay.
In the
and
corner.
hide. Okay.
Hide under the skull. It can't see you if you can't make eye contact.
16.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
Sorry, Keaton.
cast. Oh my god, I had it 2 seconds ago. Frostbite.
Okay.
So that's a con save.
Okay.
13. Maybe he'll fail for once.
All right. And he fails.
Yay!
But you notice that the cold doesn't affect him like you think the cold should.
Come on.
Rubber gun.
Okay,
So he's resistant to cold.
great.
I got a feeling a lot throughout this campaign we're going to be saying, I hate this guy.
So he takes 1 damage then. since
1 damage?
It's 2, so it would be half.
Oh my gosh, okay.
It's kind of like the DM knows all of our powers.
God.
No, you'll find that
I know.
crystals do certain things, and
I'm
and
messing with you.
No, I know, and that they have vulnerabilities too, but you'll find those out over time.
Cade starts singing.
That's a vulnerability. Okay, Nevi.
I am battered, bleeding, and bruised, leaning against the wall at this point. I drop the whip and I pull the shard back out.
Okay,
And I kind of am sort of holding the shield up in front of my... Like, I'm leaning on the wall with my left shoulder, holding the shield above my right shoulder, and kind of blue turquoise type energy just starts kind of pulsing from this thing. And I say, damn it, if this ends here, I'm ending with a bang. And because I kind of saw from the corner of my eye him hit that skull and watch that light flicker. And I shoot the massive bolt of lightning energy at this other one in the back corner over here.
okay.
And that's a whopping 17 to hit that skull.
You actually hit it, yes. You notice that the lightning doesn't do as much damage as you think it should.
To a skull? I'm not shooting the crystal man.
No, I know,
Okay,
but it's still crystal.
that's fine. As much damage as I think it should. Is 22 enough to do anything significant?
Well, you did, so that's would be half that would be 11.
Okay.
All right, so it's seemed to have faded a little bit, but it's still there now. But you didn't move up next to him, right? No. Okay.
I'm not shooting the one that he's on.
Right.
I'm shooting the one over here in the
The
back,
one
in the
over
way
this
back
side.
corner.
Got you.
And so I'm kind of like, I'm trying to make myself as small as possible so Crystal Man doesn't like pay as much attention to me. And I'm shooting this over there and I'm going to hold it there.
Okay, so you're just outside the room. Okay. Are you moving back any?
No.
Okay. All right, Brown. Oh, that guy's gotten awful close, and you see the cat backing up. I don't want anything to do with this fella.
Yeah, I don't blame
Why
you.
are we
I
here
don't
anyway?
either,
What do we want to tangle with these people for?
but my friends need help, so let's see.
As a frame of reference, I do have 4 hit points remaining.
Dang!
Cade pulls out a crayon and starts drawing with the rest of the glyphs. See if he can change the whole summoning circle. No.
Oh no, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man!
Which would admittedly be better than this. At least we can roast that whole.
At least it'd be vulnerable to fire damage
Right?
and
All
cold.
right, so, I will... I will step up, touch you.
Excellent.
I'm gonna have to use a 2nd level spell anyway.
That's what I would need
Yep.
to survive a blow from this dude.
Yep. And hopefully he won't hit you no more, but that's not likely.
It certainly is not. I tried to.
Everything I've rolled so far, he's rolled nothing but 15s, 16s, or higher. I haven't rolled anything on the die.
Well, we also
But-
don't know what his reaction's going to be the moment a skull comes off that wall.
Right. It's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's so am I. Because I'm a little faster than he is, more than likely. Reach
16
included.
points.
16 points. Very nice. And is that including your +1
Yeah.
from your thing? Okay, cool.
All right.
Let me double check. So that was. Yeah, 16.
Okay, so it's back to me, and the two of y'all are still standing there.
Oh, and I back up.
Okay. All right.
It's
Come
gonna
up,
do
touch him,
much.
and
I mean,
walk away.
You got this. I'm out.
And he turns, and he starts moving this direction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, if only I still have my whip out.
Now
Does
you
he
do get an
provoke-
attack of
yeah.
opportunity.
I can't. I'm concentrating.
Oh, on the spell?
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
Would I get an attack?
Yes,
Yeah.
you would.
Wait,
Oh,
so
did
he's
you
still
guys-
continuously moving. So doesn't he continuously take thunder damage every time he
No,
moves?
that's
Just
just
that
a
once.
cantrip. It's just until my
Okay.
next turn.
Okay, hang on.
Now I can
It
do
has to
that
be an
every
attack.
turn,
Can't be a spell.
but
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
the like drawback of booming blade is I have to be within 5 feet for it to
Yeah, I
activate.
don't-
So I have to
I don't
like
really have anything.
You
hit
can
back
punch
up.
him. Oh, but if it's not magical, you're not gonna.
Yeah, I don't have any magical
You,
weapons.
oh,
right now.
you could. Because I think at your level 2, that when you transform into something, I think your attacks count as magical.
Do they?
I think so.
Oh.
Because it's a.
I'm not at level 2.
No.
No, she's a 4th level.
Even then, I think that's later on.
Yeah, I haven't.
But feel
got
free to
any.
transform.
Well, it's just an opportunity attack, so I don't think I'd.
No, you couldn't
Yeah.
transform
Oh,
right
right.
now. But
So
okay.
it's fine.
All right, so he's moving towards you, and he's going to take a swing at you.
All right.
He rolls a 2,
I'll
Of
take
course.
and he rolls that one will hit for 15 points of damage.
it. Ow, ow, ow. He made me pucker. All right.
All right, now it is your turn.
Well, okay, so I was kind of stealth there,
It's
by the way. Did he have disadvantage?
You were hidden.
He shouldn't.
He should have had disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking again.
Yes.
I'm not used to playing rogues here.
Yeah.
So, what's your armor class?
It's 16.
16. Okay, he still hit you, even with the disadvantage.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to give him an attack of opportunity, but
Well,
I
you
don't
c-
want to stand there.
You
and
don't
be-
have to give him an attack of opportunity. You can still hit the skull, and then you can still move because you're a rogue. You can disengage as a bonus action.
That is absolutely correct. Thank you for sharing said wisdom with me. We are going to smack the skull again.
Okay.
Now, because I was stealth, am I I get an advantage on the attack though. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, either which way,
Did you hit or miss?
it is going to be a 14.
That will not hit.
Sorry, plus 1, 15.
Still not hit.
Damn.
Did you roll the d4?
Yes. It gave me a 1,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but it's okay. It was 1 more than I had before.
Okay.
So I will disengage.
Okay, so where would you like to run to?
Across the
D4
room,
in there with your d20.
if possible.
Okay, so you disengage, and you're there. You move 25 feet?
Uh-huh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 25 over here.
I'll
Where
go
would-
25 across.
Over here?
Yep.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, so he's. Okay. Alright. So, Soren.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to wild shape into an ape. So I'm gonna step in. I'm a little pissed off at this guy. He's done a good amount of damage. So I'm gonna transform into an ape. And run up on him and
Hey,
yeah.
that's my line.
it's It's the strongest thing I can be right now.
That's what I was trying, and I ended up
You're
messed
not here
up.
anymore, so
How come you can do it?
And so I'm gonna run up
she's been
and
given the focus.
take one of my punches at him.
Okay.
Where's my big? God, have mercy.
Y'all are killing my bless.
Well, everybody's dice tonight's killing each other. So I mean,
10.
10 is not gonna do
God
it.
okay, well I have 2 attacks, so let's try this
Alright.
again. Okay, 19.
19,
That's a little
yay!
better. So, yeah, it's 1d6 plus 6 damage.
Okay.
It's better than I was doing before.
Okay, yeah, you got to be 6th level before you get.
Yeah.
So they're magical. So you do 6 damage against him.
Yes. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, Nevi,
Nevi is going to maintain concentration on this witch bolt.
I wondered if that's
As-
what it was. Okay.
Yeah. And so, witch bolt. Which means that I can't do... I wanted to use some sorcery points to regain some spells, but I got to concentrate with that bonus action.
All right, and it's automatic damage now,
Yeah, so now let me make sure. that I'm
and it
doing
is
this
lightning
right.
damage.
It is lightning damage.
Okay.
On each of your turns of operation, you can use your action to deal the damage again. Okay, so I don't use a bonus action to keep this one up, so I will use my bonus. I have to use my action to deal the damage again. So I'm going to use my bonus to regain 2 spell slots. I'm going to use both my sorcery points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action to lightning the skull again.
Okay.
That's going to be 19.
Okay. So that's
So it's-
nine more points of damage.
Another 9 damage, yeah.
Ooh. And it's the skull appears to be
These skulls are beefy, man.
getting slightly cracked. It appears, very, and you can see that
you hit the same one again across the room.
Yeah, I've got to hold it on the same
he can't
target.
reach any of the because there's only like 30 foot. What
It's
is it?
120 feet. I'm
Witch
just-
bolt?
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't. Think
Oh,
it
no,
was-
Witch Bolt is 30 feet.
Okay, I was gonna say witch bolts.
Chaos Bolt is 120
Okay.
feet.
Okay. So, Brown.
So I'm going to step up enough, just enough and over enough to get line of sight of this guy. And Sacred Flame it.
What this?
This one.
Oh, you're gonna hit a different one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sacred Flame. Does it have dex?
And it's gonna have
It can't
disadvantage.
move, right?
Huh?
It can't move, right?
No, I know. What is your? I know.
13.
13. Okay, it fails.
And let's try here.
Why can't it fail its attack rolls?
Is this the
That's,
chaos? Is this
4
the
damage.
golem?
4 damage, and it appears
this.
to do 4 damage.
Oh, good. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing the next couple rounds, guys.
All right.
Healing? No.
Y'all all have 2 healing potions, just a
Okay.
reminder.
And what's your armor class? Is an 8? Probably not very good.
12.
12.
Better than my armor class, not as an 8.
That's right. That's a hit, and that is 2 hits.
Jesus. I'm done.
You don't know that.
What's your health pool?
Ooh! 8 points of damage.
Okay.
That was very good. There's a 1 and a
I
2.
have 19 hit points of
And 8 points, and so 20 points of damage total.
Ooh, okay, so
Are you
that
down?
means I think either that or I transform
How much damage
No.
do you...
How many
health-
hit points does the ape have?
19.
You should have. A bear and a warg both have like 40 points of
Do they?
damage. 40 points. Yeah.
They nasty.
Yeah,
But yeah,
they're
you
a
just
lot.
transform back.
Okay, so I
And
okay.
you
Stay at full
anything-
health. Anything that
anything
bleeds
over
over goes into your hit points, so
Goes
you
into your
take
hit
1.
point total.
Okay, cool.
But
That's what I thought.
yeah,
Well-
the bear has 35
He
hit
punched you
points.
out your clothes.
Oh, does it?
Because you
Yeah.
can do a CR2, and almost everybody either takes a warg or a bear because they have the
Yeah.
most.
We're already getting close to time, so let's not
There you go.
minutiate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you look in a
I
minute.
wasn't so much looking at hit points, I was looking at how many attacks.
Yeah, but you're a
Same
damage.
thing.
Yeah, but you're pretty well. You're
Yeah.
designed to go in there, soak the damage. Okay.
Distract it while we kill all
Yeah.
Exactly, Nevi.
back to me again.
Wait, you just went.
I went. She went.
Yeah, you skip.
Cade,
The
you
Crystal
skipped
Golem went.
Cade. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Cade gets it.
All right. So Cade is going to continue his trot towards that skull and smack it. The one
Okay.
at the
The
far
one,
corner.
the one that I'm hitting with the Chaos Bolt or the Witch Bolt right now.
Yeah, I'm going to try and
No,
keep
no.
as much distance between
Oh,
me
you're
and
gonna
the
hit
big
this
dude.
one?
No.
No.
Well, this
that
is the
one.
one you're hitting with the Witch Bolt. This is the one that he's been hitting. Was hitting on.
No, I was saying that I wasn't hitting the one he was hitting.
Oh, you're gonna hit a different one?
That
Then he
was
would.
my
Then he
goal.
technically would have been
That's
hitting this one, but
Sure, I'll hit
Oh,
the
I
same
figured,
one. That's
yeah,
fine.
I thought you'd be concentrating on one and try to take it down.
Yeah,
I don't know if we
take
need to
one
take
out,
down all 4 to unsummon.
But take at
Yeah.
least one
That was
down
kind of
and
my
let's see
deal.
what
And
happens.
see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I've been doing that one.
That's the one I've been
Great.
counting it against. Okay, do.
so
All right, Cade.
I'm actually no. I'm going to continue because I want to stay away from this guy and keep him probably trying to track me
Okay.
as much as possible. So I'm going to the closest skull, which is that one
These
across
things
the
have
room,
more damage than like a monster at our level.
Seriously.
These skulls do.
and smack up on it.
Okay, and you're back in your own form there. Okay, so okay, and smack it.
All right. So there shouldn't be any advantage on this particular one, but I do have my 1d4. But I got a 17 right off the die. Anyway,
17 will
so
hit.
I'm good. And then my damage on the halberd's 1d10, right?
Yep. +1.
3.
3.
You suck, dice.
Plus, whatever your strength bonus is, you're still using. Well, it's not a one-handed weapon anymore. So there is that.
Okay, so
That's why I'm not
Nebby.
counting it.
Okay, I am going to make a wild guess. I see that this lightning is not doing what I want it to do.
It's doing damage.
It's doing damage, but it's not.
but you don't have to hit. It's automatic.
But it's not moving as quickly as I would like for it to. So I am.
You
going
can tell
to,
the skull is very damaged at this point.
Okay, this is the DM trying to give me a boon.
A
of
golden
luck.
nugget.
I know.
So I'm
And I
gonna
thought
take.
I thought it goes off every time, no matter what.
You're right,
I don't
it's
think
automatic.
It's an
Well, I have
action.
to, no, it is an action.
It is an action.
Yeah,
to
I've got to
keep it
use
going.
it. Yeah, I've got to.
He's got to concentrate on it, and then he just his
On each
action
few
is doing the
turns, I
damage.
can use an action to deal the damage again. So yeah, I will witch bolt it continuously. That's another 14 damage. So it's only another 7.
Okay, this one shatters, and this thing. So the crystal skull goes dark, and then it crumbles into dust and falls to the ground. The giant crystal golem, the beams of energy fade coming from that skull, and all of a sudden you can see its form start to shift, and it falls into a pile of crystal that dissipates right down and is gone. And then you see the other 3 skulls, their beams focus back in the center.
Oh yeah, I step up and start Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Sacred Flame.
All right, so you're going to Sacred Flame the other skull?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, because you went, yes, go. So Sacred Flame the other
That's
skull.
going to be a dex save at disadvantage because they don't have dex.
And he
can't move.
fails.
And 8 points.
8 points. Ooh, look at that.
Finally.
Which one are you hitting?
That far one.
The far one.
The one that Cade's in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's back to them. And each of those beams focuses in the center. And smaller crystal versions start growing up out of the ground. And
What
they're,
could go wrong with this?
they're growing.
Perfect
Okay.
break point.
And I think stay tuned and see what happens next.
If you're on the stream with us, stick around for about 5 minutes or so. We'll be back with some more Piercing the Crystal Veil. If you are on the...
We have some arguing to do.
What the heck are you trying to do to us?
Not this time. Nevi's just going to collapse pretty
Come
soon.
back and see the TPK.
I did warn them.
The campaign is ending shortly.
To be fair, I have tried to not use my things.
I know.
if you're watching this at a later date, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. And until then, keep on adventuring.
Well, howdy. Welcome to TPK Central.
Yes.
We're
TPK.
having a lively
TPK.
debate about.
Hey, I like making characters.
Yes, he
Let
does.
me
my
introduce
favorite.
our
He does.
TPK
Oh my
survivor.
That's my favorite
That's
part
right.
of D&D.
So next session, when you come back and there's 4 sheets of paper on the wall that are all marked
In
dead.
memoriam.
Yeah.
And we've got 4 characters walking in to find the corpses of those 4 characters to loot their bodies.
Right, and we have another whole pull them in story and dream
No, we don't need that.
sequence. Yeah, no.
We are in dire straits in this
So-
dungeon.
They're and they're just getting started.
Before we continue this crystal massacre, as it shall henceforth be known, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel or any of our other streaming services, please do so. Hit the thumbs up, hit those hearts. Let us know you're enjoying the content. If you want to leave a comment, anything you do, any interaction you have with any of our pages helps us to beat all of those nasty algorithms that keep small pages like us down. And if you're interested in some model painting, you're here for D&D, right? You like painted models. They look really great on your table. I'm hosting at least once a week a kind of sit and chat and paint session on our Facebook Live, so go like us there as well. And we post daily memes over there. It's a real fun space. It's kind of our most interactive space where we really are just talking with people who are already there. And so you can join our 90 plus followers on
I'm an old guy. I
Facebook
don't like
Live.
that dang near Instagram that's sitting out there anymore.
Don't let Mike fool you. He posts more than anybody else
Yes,
on
I do.
Facebook. So,
If it's
Yeah.
dirty, raunchy, and nasty, it came from me.
and if it's just funny, it's mine. So, without any further ado, Rick, please continue slaughtering our characters.
Okay. So, if you are just joining us,
For the abuse.
No, we don't need a recap. If they came this far, they're already
they're
here.
okay.
We've got
So-
3 crystals in the middle. You can see them in 3, 2, 1. Blammo.
Blammo. So they blew up one of the skulls, and the big crystal guy collapsed, and 3 smaller crystal guys popped
Yes.
up out of the ground.
It's
They
a
have
crystal
no
hydra.
idea, but and the crystal light is flowing freely at this point in time. So, it is still these crystal things are still growing, so it is still their turn, and it would be Cade's turn.
Okay. Cade is going to do anything and everything he can to try and hit this thing that's above him, and realizing after seeing some spells kick off, he's going to try and kick off an Eldritch Blast at the one above him.
Okay.
So, let's see. That is...
Now, one of the cool things, Cade, I know you're kind of seeking this
But-
rogue deal. Now, your Eldritch Blast, even though you only have 1 level of Warlock, as soon as you hit 5th player level, it goes up a D10.
Mhm.
Even though your Warlock's still at level 1. That's pretty.
That's okay,
gonna
because
be
this
really
halberd
nice.
is really getting in the way.
I was going to say you have advantage with the halberd too on your attack,
And you're still blessed.
and you're
Yeah.
still blessed.
In theory,
Can I
within-
retcon
within-
that?
Sure, I have no problem.
In
Since
theory,
I'm about to
within
TPK the party,
In theory, with any like immobilized or paralyzed object, he should have advantage even with a ranged attack. Yeah,
We should all.
wouldn't you think?
yeah,
Like the skulls,
yes.
they're not moving, so why
Yes.
would we not just be able to
I
advantage?
would say so.
Smack.
Yeah, that would be fair.
I
And-
appreciate that for my turn.
Right. Well,
They're moving,
and also
but
any
just like this, like a kid.
Did you hit?
It is going to be a 17 total.
That will hit.
All right. I will start rolling damage along with this thing, but all right.
And guys, don't forget, even with the bless,
A 10.
nice.
10 damage?
It's about dang
Oh my
time.
gosh! And you noticed it's very wounded.
And don't forget, Kate, even with your bless, you get to roll that narrative Genesis die along with it when you narrate what you do.
Well, right now he's tripping over himself.
Just even if that's your narration, I'm just reminding you you've got some bonuses you could be using.
All right, Soren.
Alrighty.
Trying to save us from our mean DM.
I know.
I'm gonna try and cast. These guys are red, so
Big
we'll see
food.
how my frostbite does this time. So I guess I'm gonna aim it at this guy right here, closest to me. So I'll just turn around, maybe back up like 10 feet, just a little bit, and
Stand
then
on
cast frostbite on that one.
Frostbite. Okay.
Yes.
The
that
cold doesn't do as much damage as you think it should.
one. Does he make the save? It's a Constitution save.
It's a Constitution save. No.
He's just
What's
gonna
it?
let you hit it because it doesn't matter.
Right? Shoot. I mean,
I was just picking on your
so
That's fine.
that's 3 damage.
3 damage. Oh
Yep.
dear. Okay. And we're back to Debbie.
Excellent. My obviously my witch bolt is gone because I blew up that last skull. So I am going to unleash a level 1 chaos bolt at the skull that's to my right.
Okay, are you going to hit one of the other skulls like the one
I'm
has
going
been
for.
hitting?
I'm
So you're going to go
for-
to a brand new skull.
We got 3 guys that,
Right.
that look like they're
And-
individually
and
being
again,
controlled.
Knock one
you-
down, maybe it'll knock them down because he crumbled after one.
That is true, and this thing does have a 120 range.
But you're not smart enough to know any of that, so yeah, he hits
Exactly.
this one.
That's what I'm saying. So Rick's like, use tactics, and I'm like, I'm trying to use tactics that I like for my 8 intelligence character, and Rick's trying to play my character for me.
I'm just trying to help
How about
them
you
not
roll a
TPK and blame
d4
me.
and to see which corner you hit?
Well, it is a chaos bolt.
On a 1, it's the corner where it's already gone.
3, so we're gonna go counterclockwise. I'm hitting the one I wanted anyway. I would have counted any direction to be where I wanted to be,
All right.
and that is gonna do exactly what I want it to do. I think I got 10 damage, and it's force damage.
Force damage does full damage,
Okay, but not.
not extra damage.
Do they have a weakness?
You haven't discovered it yet.
Can you say yes,
Yes.
or no? Yes, okay.
They do
They
have a
do
weakness.
have
And
a
none
weakness.
of our things have
And so
Get that
far we've
weakness
got
yet.
cold. It's resistant to. So we're gonna have a tactics conversation.
There you
DM
go.
leave the room. Cold,
Cold,
it's
bludgeoning.
resistance to. It's
The only thing we haven't
it's
kicked off is
resistant
fire.
to- No fire.
No.
Fire we haven't. Yours is radiant.
It's radiant.
Right? Okay, so radiant. It's not weak to, but it's also not resistant. Same with force and thunder. Those 3, it is.
So
those
it
are
leaves
normal
fire.
damage.
And the only other one is psychic that I know of.
There
Oh,
is
psychic.
there is still psychic, and there is acid that we have not touched. But frost and lightning are both. Oh, and there's poison as well.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to be weak to
It'll be
poison.
poison.
Maybe it is. Maybe we're.
It might be immune to poison.
Yeah, exactly. Because like they don't breathe, right? These
Right.
these are skulls we're trying to kill, and crystal
Constructs
golems that
are
they're
immune to
constructs.
poison.
Generally, they are not affected by things like
Generally,
breathable
constructs are
gas.
immune to poison and psychic.
right.
Generally. Okay.
Right.
But so far you
however,
know cold and lightning. And what are cold and lightning both? What group of...
Elements. So now psychic is interesting because this world does have shard mines, and they are these crystal beings that focus on psychic energy. So I wonder if there is something to do with that. So I am gonna next turn try another chaos bolt to see if that's maybe more effective. But for now, we dealt 10 damage to that skull with force damage.
Okay. So,
Now, this is not in my character because he's not smart enough to know any of that.
Brown.
Sacred Flame.
On
Worked
the
last
same
time.
one? Okay.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Ooh. Now, I don't have this, but if I were to Crown of Madness one of these things, would it take over the Crystal Golem? That's interesting. I don't even
They
have
don't
the
have a
ability.
mind. So,
That's fine.
Yeah, they basically... You have to have some sort of mind. Okay. And basically, it's cracked, and it appears to be on its last legs, if you can tell. That your sacred flame
If I
has...
could go over and breathe heavy on it, it would
It could possibly crumble into
disintegrate.
dust.
However, the
However,
Sacred Flame just barely caught the tip of it and edge of it.
And he can't reach you into the corner.
See, that's the other thing that surprised me is I scratched one of those glyphs.
and it didn't...
And
Yeah,
it didn't do
didn't do
anything.
anything. Okay.
But they appear to be tied to them still.
All right. He misses you. And...
Oh, I haven't. I'm not done before. I'm still at where you healed me at.
Okay. Well, good, because he just hit you. And he did 6 points of damage.
So not near as bad as the other dude.
much more manageable than that other
Yeah.
booty.
Okay, and so these red crystal guys, he comes up and he gets one attack. You notice the other guy was getting 2 attacks, and he gets
Right.
one attack, and it's not near as powerful. Okay, and it is now to Cade.
Well, Cade's gonna continue whacking away with this pole. I mean, that's what
he
he's standing
is.
there for. So let's see. That would be 20 to hit.
Okay,
All right. So he did get 10. So it's 10 points.
and it shatters.
And when it shatters, this one that was moving towards you crumbles
Into dust. So the crystal just almost like glass shattering, and it just shatters and sprinkles down onto the ground, and you now have this glass shards on the ground that are slowly fading.
So with his bonus action, he is hauling his ass as far as he can across the room.
Dash.
He's gonna dash all the way over to this one,
Yep.
Yep. So you get all
dragging
the
the
way
halberd
over there.
behind him. It's just a really loud scraping sound.
It's a loud ghostly scraping sound. Okay, so Soren.
Alrighty. Well, I see that guy has stepped really close, but since he hasn't attacked me, if I move away.
He swung at you.
He did? Oh, he
Oh, he
did.
did swing at
Oh,
you.
man. So he'd get an attack of opportunity if I move away.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I am just going to try and cast Frostbite again. See if...
You know they're resistant to cold.
Oh, that's right. Let me actually do... We didn't say piercing, did we?
We haven't
Well,
tried.
regular
Regular
damage
stuff
has
doesn't do
been
it, though.
doing half damage.
Against the other one. You don't know what
that's true.
these guys.
Gotcha.
They're obviously weaker than the other guy.
But it's also a spell that I'm using, so...
Oh yeah,
Still.
yeah. Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Thorn Whip then.
Okay.
See how that
Yeah, that
goes.
is magical piercing damage,
Yeah.
so that tends to be different.
So that's a 13. Actually, that one I do roll. Okay, sorry guys. Haven't been rolling for these.
Nice.
20 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
One.
It actually seems to do 1 point of damage.
Great. Because that helped so much.
Oh.
You
Okay.
went to strike at him and you whispered to him softly.
All right. Nebby, back to you.
Back to me. Man, it's so tough.
So they're running around,
They are.
smashing these crystals, skulls,
Trying.
trying. Almost got most of them down.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to figure out if there's a type of damage that would be effective. So I'm gonna launch another chaos bolt.
Okay.
I mean, I can't not continue my science. We've got 13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Excellent.
And you're hitting which skull? The same skull you hit the
the
second ago?
same one that I hit a second ago. Okay, that is going to let me do psychic damage. So I'm going to test it out. It is going to be 14 psychic damage.
14. It appears to do normal damage.
Okay. Psychic damage is normal too, y'all.
How was the piercing? It was normal.
On the red
For-
golems.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is on the skull.
the skull. Okay.
Okay.
So that's 24 damage to that skull so far.
Brown,
These things are beef.
you got 24. Yep.
Sacred Flame
on
on this one.
this one. Yeah, the
Okay.
one that Cade's attacking.
All right.
I haven't attacked it yet. I just
Well, but
moved over
that's
to
the
it.
one you're on your way to.
5.
5 damage. Let's see if I get my save here. Nope. So 5 damage. And that one shatters.
Oh, thank goodness.
And the lights go out.
The one that this one,
This one, yep.
it hadn't been attacked yet.
Yeah, she's been.
Yeah,
Oh,
checked
that's
it
the one you've
earlier.
been hitting. Okay,
That was the first one I attacked.
I see. Okay.
And
So does that appear to have been taking more damage than other things have?
the Radiant was taking its normal damage. She's
It's
hit
just
it like
normal damage.
6 or 7 times. I mean, she's hit it a bunch
Okay,
of
I thought she was shooting at the one that Cade had been hitting.
No.
No, she's
I
she
misunderstood.
right from the start started attacking.
Okay.
that one.
'Cause
And
I
so,
figured the more
Yeah.
we took out, the better.
That's what I thought too, and I
but
got slashed.
in
for it.
tactics, in D&D, they teach you, when you concentrate on one. You don't divide, because when you take one out, that's one less that attacks you. If you spread it out, they're all still attacking you every time. Even though you might kill them all eventually, they're all doing more
Right.
damage. When you take one out, that's one less thing to hit you. So, yeah, in 4th edition, they actually had a book that they wrote all about tactics
that.
on defeating monsters, and that's one of the things they stressed was concentrate your fire. Don't spread it
Always
out,
go for the wizard.
and, and always go for the wizard. Yes, because they're the easiest to kill and they do the most damage.
And they have a fireball.
Yes, it's like there was a great quote. They're writing about kobolds and says yes, and they're writing about kobold sorcerers and say yes, they seem so cute until they throw a fireball. All right. So Morale just took out that one, so we have one left.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 2 targets. So the red crystal guy decides he's going to swing at Soren. And rolls a 1. So
Did he fumble and break his knee?
he broke his middle finger off, swinging at you.
Interesting, because that's what I've been showing him.
We're communicating.
Maybe
He gave it
that's why
to
he
you.
held it out.
And it falls to the ground. And Cade, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna grab his finger.
So
and use it
Cade,
as my
realizing that
next
he just
enhanced
came over to
artifact.
smack one and it's now gone, it's broken,
You're welcome.
You
turns and he will cast off a
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast this direction.
Okay.
So it is magical force, but at the end of the day,
Okay.
that's what it is.
Oh, his Eldritch Blast force
God,
damage.
seriously, Cade. He only got a 6.
That
Plus your
is
D4.
Not good enough.
It's irrelevant.
That's not going to be good enough.
At this point,
Soren.
Wait, wouldn't you get an advantage if you're shooting at the thing since it's immobile?
I think
Yeah,
we
we've been
called-
doing that.
Yeah.
did we call? Did we
Yeah.
say? I
we've
thought we
been doing
didn't.
that.
But all right. So yes, now we'll throw it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
19. 21.
21. That misses.
Thank you, Soren.
Okay, that hits.
All right. So we did 9 points.
9 points. And the
It is force
last
damage.
one
See,
goes
that's why you gotta remember.
bye-bye. And the very last shard creature goes.
Do we have any crystals laying around anywhere?
Yeah, can I
they're
pick up the middle
slowly,
finger?
but Cade is over there, and he's standing by this hallway. And one of the things he noticed, and as he was walking, he's amazed he didn't step in it. There is,
Poodoo.
he sees on the ground in a circular form glyphs written in some type of red chalk that leaves a little bit of crystal behind. And there's a pile of crystals on the ground
Oh, mess up
In-
those glyphs, dude.
in the center of this pile. And roll me an Arcana check.
Again, my greatest skill ever, right? That would be a
Plus
7.
a D4.
A 7. Okay.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I keep
It's still
forgetting.
not going to be enough.
8.
8.
Okay. But you do see that this hallway slopes sharply down, and it's entirely made of crystal. And it's a pile of black crystal powder. Okay, now you're examining this. I'll wait till everyone else gets over. But you see Cade, y'all, finally things have
Well-
done, and Cade seems very intent on the ground.
Will Quennifer go in the dungeon with me, or she stays out?
No, she'll follow you.
Or she'll follow
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna,
killed the big baddies. Come on.
Well, okay. I still don't understand why you want to go into this dank, dark place. And what the heck do you think? What are you doing here? I don't get it. I'll come with you, but I sure don't like it.
I rolled a 19 on my Arcana check.
Okay, there is energy pouring in the side of these glyphs into the hallway. It appears that it's some sort of a protection ritual, and energy is flowing from the walls. As you look down this corridor, it's 10 feet wide and it slopes sharply downward, about 25 feet before it makes a left turn. It's made completely of smooth black crystal. The crystal emits a faint glow, and at the bottom you see a bluish glow, kind of a flickering blue and red glow that's basically coming from around the corner, down at the bottom. And the black crystals seem kind of dull, like their energy has been used up, faded, but the glyphs around it are glowing, and the energy is pouring into the walls of this hallway, and it still appears fairly strong, active.
I try to mess up the
Yeah,
glyphs.
can we scratch out the glyphs?
The chalk.
Okay, again, what has been going on? Someone is breaking in to this place. Okay, so what are they going to be trying to do if they're breaking into a place?
Trap us.
Why would they trap you? They have no
Well,
idea
that's
anybody's
true.
following them. What are they
Just
trying
They're
to
trying
do?
to make sure nobody's following them.
What would they, if this place is heavily trapped?
They'd be disarming them as they go.
When you came in, what did you find?
They did a really bad job with this room.
Really
Well,
bad
but
job.
what did
really
you find?
Horrible job.
Right.
with
What
this
did you find
particular-
though when you came in?
What do you mean?
What the hallway that you came in?
With
We
the
can't
mural?
found a tapestry kind of.
A
The
mosaic
mural, the
that
mosaic.
had what?
This.
It had spent crystals in the palms that were spent.
Oh.
That the light was just fading.
I thought the
Out
crystals were
of-
part of the mosaic.
I did
not
too.
That they
No,
had
no, they were
placed-
realize
laying.
they were something
Yeah, they
that
were
was a-
separate, laying in the palms.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just to retcon this, because I
I
am gonna,
thought
I
this
am
was
going to
like
pull
an
that out
Egyptian-
because I did say I wanted to go inspect them, and then when they said, "Well, that's part of the mosaic,"
Oh, I didn't.
I never got the
that.
correction on that.
Okay.
So I had assumed the same thing, and maybe that's where the party was going on that. Is because I was thinking it was like statues with
Right.
crystals
the
in
only
their
thing
hands.
I heard was that the staff that the thing was holding was slightly
That was
protruding.
and that was protruding, and then these
So,
were basically
misunderstanding across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
I
that was a
didn't realize
misunderstanding. I should have
anything
been more
else was-
clear because I said they were black, they were cracked and broken,
Yeah.
laying
Yeah.
in their
But I
hands.
thought the picture was trying to tell us something with the broken crystals in their hands.
Yeah, I
not-
was like
Ah,
ready with
okay.
like, oh, we need a yellow and red crystal for the end of the dungeon. That's
Right.
that's what that told me was like a forewarning of what was coming, not
Okay,
something
okay.
that had already happened.
My
So-
apologies.
It
I
looked
should
like
have been
it
more-
looked like
We're
an
good, now we know.
Egyptian hieroglyphic, like
That's
they
fine.
paint on the walls, is what I'm thinking,
Exactly,
and it's showing
of-
you the
of
ritual
crystals.
that you have to do.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how we
Not-
read that. But
Okay.
great. So now we have a sense that
He's
somebody is coming through disarming things.
just, and destroying
They just
them.
kind of had a really large oversight of the giant crystal ogre in the middle
Well,
of the
they
room.
but they didn't. You don't see any broken crystals or any
That's what I'm saying.
blood
They
or
had
anything.
that's a solid
So,
amount of oversight.
apparently, it worked for them.
Yeah,
Fair
they
enough.
have a little bit more knowledge of
Yeah,
the place
they
than we do.
know. They're Rick's old party. They're already dead at the end of the dungeon. We're going to find them, and then he's replacing us with another group of 4. So
So-
great. I am going to walk past it and into the tunnel and maybe slide down it because that looks fun.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
24. I took a health potion.
Okay. And how many do you normally have?
36.
Okay. So you're
Before-
going to go into
before
the
we
next
go into the
encounter
next,
without
can
full
I
hit
use
points?
My healer's kit on him. I took the
Sure.
healing feat.
Sure.
So
let me give you
as
some
I'm like
more.
walking across the door, you're like, wait. And I'm like, what?
Another thing that they teach you in this book
Listen,
is
I
you
just-
don't go into encounters unless you're full of
I've
health.
described to you already. We don't have spells anymore.
Well, then that's even more reason you should be extra careful.
9 points.
Because you're going
Excellent.
down a third of your hit points into, and you still haven't hit the boss fight.
I was told I couldn't take a long rest.
But there's still short rests too,
Eh,
and that gives all your hit points back.
that's a whole hour for this necromancer to get to the end of the dungeon.
That is absolutely true.
So I'm sliding down the tunnel.
Okay, so you jump in the tunnel,
Anybody else need me to use my healer kit?
I'll wait at the end for the
Yes.
Some healing would be.
Okay, as you move in, you hear a
10 for you. Ooh.
oh, we're fixing to have some fun.
Love it.
And you all hear this kind of a hysterical
and that's
laughter
echoing up the tunnel. I'm
echoing
assuming.
up the tunnel from around the corner.
Sounds great.
oh, I can't wait. And all of a sudden, a little bolt of fire explodes against the wall. You know, basically it makes a left turn at the bottom, and this bolt explodes against the wall of the crystal hallway.
Yay.
And you notice that the tunnel's very slick as you're walking
I didn't
down
walk.
it. You're running in,
I'm sliding.
then you are sliding, and when you get close to the bottom, you slide right on down.
I said I was sliding down the tunnel. You said
Okay.
it was really steep and slick.
All right, so
This is Nevi.
you slide. He will be making a new character, one that has intelligence. That's a shame. Okay, so you slide down the tunnel, and when you get to the bottom of the tunnel and you look over to the left, you see it opens into another hall, and it's 10 feet wide, and it runs about 40 feet straight to your left.
Okay, and do I see who was
Actually,
making that
it's
noise?
20 feet wide. It's 20 feet wide by 40 foot. A crystal and iron door blocks the far end of the hallway. In front of this stands a skeleton wreathed in blue and red flame. In the center of his chest beats a red crystal. He's giggling and muttering to himself. 10 feet in front of him stands a skeletal minotaur. His flaming and the skeleton's flaming eye sockets turn towards you, and he gets a fiendish grin and shouts, "Visitors! Oh God, I thought I heard visitors! Woo-hoo! Ah, let me give you a warm welcome." And he takes his finger and points it in your direction, and a little ball of red energy comes streaking down the hallway towards you. Now, you put the protection of evil on him.
She has not put it on me.
It was, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
she
did.
did.
It was
It
It's
didn't do
10
you any
minutes.
good before.
No, you had asked. Are
And
you
we
sure?
only were in there for about 6 or 7 rounds, so
Okay.
Yeah,
10 minutes
yeah,
hasn't
10 minutes
elapsed
is a
yet.
long time,
Okay.
so 10 minutes hasn't
And
passed.
he didn't
So,
rest, so
make a dexterity saving throw, and I will give you advantage because you have the protection from evil.
Thanks for that, because that was a 1. So we've got a 14.
A 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 14 is enough. And a fireball. Y'all see Nevi at the bottom, and a fireball explodes around him. And he appears very singed.
But otherwise unhurt.
beard smoking.
Positive, right? No damage? Yeah.
No damage.
I succeeded,
You
so for
succeeded.
sure, no damage.
No damage.
Rick's not saying anything, so I'm taking that as affirmation.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No, you would have no damage from that.
you said there's a door at the end, right?
Yeah, here we can use this guy again since it's a large crystal. And Nevi again seems to be in trouble.
So where there is Nevi, there is Cade.
Do you slide down as well?
All right.
Well, realizing that you're in some kind of an issue and trouble, Kate's got to come help.
So, did you do it immediately after he went, or did you wait around?
Well, I wouldn't have realized until after the thing exploded.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. So you don't get caught in the fireball.
Perfect.
All right, so
Not to mention I was healing you.
You were fixing my bobos.
You look a little bit like a mummy now.
Oh, okay. Kate might actually use that.
and
We're
you
friends.
succeeded, so you take half damage. You take
I like
15 points of damage.
Excellent.
Are you down?
And
Oh.
let's roll initiative.
Inish.
And one thing too, you noticed when you
Yeah, what
went
kind of
sliding down, that you noticed that as you slid down, you looked above you, and it was really cool because you saw a ghostly image of yourself sliding down with you, and you looked down the walls, and there's this ghostly image of yourself in the walls sliding with you.
I do have an intelligence of 8, so I probably don't know how mirrors work.
This doesn't
I'm
look.
kidding.
Yeah, I
No,
was gonna say
no,
this
I
doesn't
get
look like a mirror. And so, anybody get better than a 20?
Nope.
What about better than a 15?
19.
19.
Nevi's on point for initiative. He is going first because he rushes in.
Every time.
Every time. Okay, and better than a 15? No. Okay, what about better than a 10?
No.
No.
Oh, gosh,
Better
people.
than a 5.
Yes, 7.
7.
7.
Oh, my goodness.
I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You gotta be behind me every time, huh?
Yep.
Oh no, we suck again!
Oh, what was that down there? Someone's barbecuing. Oh dear. I smell your friend again.
Yeah. Let's go see what kind of trouble he's getting into.
Oh dear. All right, so
See if we can patch him up again.
there you go. Okay, the walls are inlaid with dark crystals. One side has a scene of a tiefling being carried on an ornate litter by emaciated
Only
humans
he
and
sees this
dragonborn,
right now.
while being prodded by skeletal warriors. The other, the same tiefling sitting on an elaborate crystal throne with these same people worshipping at his feet. And you hear the laughter, and you hear kind of some bad jokes. Oh boy, you want to play? My friend wants to play too. But you go first.
Excellent. I do. I'm gonna stand up real quick. I slide into about right here,
Okay.
and seeing what's going on in his, chest cavity, rip with lightning lure.
Okay.
Not even with my real whip, because it doesn't necessarily automatically pull things 10 feet. I'm gonna try to pull out this crystal heart as quick as I can.
Okay. All right. So, since it's a, not sure if you actually can, because that would be that'd be a +5 to hit, or a -5 to hit a specific item. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna do it.
What'd you roll?
I
His
rolled
armor class is not
an
the best.
11.
You rolled an 11 at the end of everything. It's an 11.
Yeah, unless I've got some kind of
No,
bonus.
that's a miss.
No.
You got
No.
your 1d4?
Do I still get that?
Actually, no. You get
I
that,
feel
but
like
you
I'm
don't
pretty
get the
much-
protection from good and evil because it would have dropped.
Yeah, the
Because
concentration.
it's a concentration. You're right. He would not have the protection from good and evil.
Oh, but why would it drop?
They're both concentration. I can only
You can
have
only do one
concentration.
concentration.
And bless is a concentration, and I did it after. So I
Okay.
had to drop the.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right.
But you got your D4. Did you add your D4?
I did not. That's only going to add 2, 13.
13 is what you need.
Excellent.
So you hit, do your damage. You are not able to pull it out of his chest, but it does hurt him.
At the very least, I pull him 10 feet. He's got to succeed a saving throw.
Yeah. Strength save.
Yep.
He fails.
I did 8 damage.
Okay. So
And
you
so-
notice that it seems to do extra damage.
Excellent. Well, I do pull him 10 feet right in front of me.
All right. And he goes, "Woo-hoo-hoo! You got a little spark to you, don't you? How? It's been a long time. Oh, wait, I take that back. You actually miss because a shield goes up in front of him.
Okay.
And so the lightning lure hits the shield, and he goes, "Woohoo! I think you were going to go for my heart, and it's not even Valentine's Day." I break myself up. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, well, yeah. And all of a sudden, he gets real blurry. Okay. Well, my friend here wishes to say hi in a most cleaving manner. And he turns and he swings his great axe at you. Ugh. And he does hit. Ouch.
Is it higher than a 22?
Oh,
Because let's shield up.
if that's shield up, actually, it is.
That's fine. Got to do what I can.
Well, we're all clarifying what we can.
Yep.
And you take 13 points of damage. Slashing damage.
Excellent. I'm resistant to slashing damage.
Are you? I was just going to say. But you're lucky that he did not charge you, that he didn't go before you. So, Cade.
All right.
It's fine. These guys are here to party.
Yes, we want a party. You got more friends up there? Oh, this is going to be so fun.
All right. What kind of distances? I mean, I know we're somewhat representative here, but what kind of distance are we from where they are at?
It's a 40-foot hall, and this is 25 foot
And it's slope, so
slopes. So once
Do
you
we
get
get
started, you slide. If you're running, I'll give you an extra 10 feet.
I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. I'm going to I'm going to move up my 25 feet.
Okay.
Um,
So 25 feet would take you right to the bottom.
All right. And I will Eldritch Blast off at this point. Just try and hit a
Okay.
target that's down
And you
there.
can dash too as a bonus action,
Well, I can.
which is another
He
25
doesn't really
feet.
want to be that close to these guys, I get the feeling.
Of course, if he
Actually, you're within 5 feet, so I get bonus damage.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the dash.
okay, that'll put you right next to him.
And I will make that attack. Alright, 18. So my weapon has gone back to its rapier,
Okay,
correct?
that's if
I
that's
mean,
what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be adjusting to the scenario here, and I'm
Okay.
close to him, so it's
Okay.
back at my rapier. So that is going to be... Let me pull up my stuff here.
I would assume you would have dumped that after you didn't
Yeah.
leave it
Yeah.
upstairs. Yeah,
I don't think he knew that he could.
We're at
Yeah.
23.
23.
So I know it. Yeah, no, we're
There you
going to
go.
get there.
We know the rules.
I am using a charge on this, by the way.
Okay.
So 12, 13, 20.
20 points of damage. Ouch. And it's slashing. Okay. And you do a good amount of damage. Morale.
So I will move up to the at least the end of the thing.
That one's me.
That was you. Sorry.
That's okay.
Right.
I was gonna do it next anyways.
Let's see if I can do it around the.
Skills.
Look
Skills.
at this
Nice.
talent. Her
Skill-
little
Oh, the
comb.
li-
When I'm watching that, all I can think of it's comb the desert.
I'm thinking of Operation the game.
Yeah,
The buzzer's going off. The lights going off right now.
Okay, so once I can see that these appear to be undead,
And when you go down too, and you notice in the walls, there's a perfect little ghostly image of you following you down, with moving exactly the way you do.
all right, I pop off, turn undead.
Turn undead. Ooh, okay.
So, just general question then. Are they casting ghostly images in the wall?
Yes.
Okay.
And so did you.
All right.
Turn undead. Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Wisdom.
What's your
and what's the number to hit?
Your domain turn.
It's just I'm a life domain, so
What is your
I don't have
channel
this.
divinity?
No,
Where you get, oh,
this is me. Preserve life.
okay.
Okay, and what is the DC I need to hit?
13.
13. Okay. He made it,
Lucky number 13.
and the
Skill that he turns, and he starts trying.
Opportunity
to get
attacks?
through
No, guys,
the door.
don't hit him. Don't hit him.
What?
Because right now
when
the
I
only
turn
thing he can
undead-
do is run away.
Yeah, unless somebody attacks him. If somebody attacks him, it knocks him out of it.
Well, that's not very nice.
Guess he didn't want to play.
Oh, Soren.
Ooh, well, that kind of changes what I was gonna do, because I was gonna Thunder Wave, but if it gets him, he's not
Yeah.
Don't hurt him.
and that was on which one? The skeleton?
Yeah, the
the
On the
black
big one.
skeleton?
The big
or
one. The
guy?
big
big
one. The
boy.
big one.
Okay. Okay, well then on Mr. Chuckles, the skeleton over there. Oof. I guess I'm just gonna cast Ice Knife and kind of. I'm gonna move
No,
up,
no, no,
of
no,
course.
no, no, no.
No?
It's got the
Knife
burst
explodes
effect.
Too.
Oh shoot! You're right. God dang it!
Please don't.
I forgot about the burst, but I'm trying to think like what. Then yeah, I'm gonna just go with Frostbite on him because that doesn't explode anywhere.
It's not all exploding.
That doesn't explode and
And
hurt.
get everybody.
Turn
Yeah.
into like a mouse and try to steal that crystal out of his chest.
I don't think I can get that close to him. That
Plus, she's got one shapeshift left, and you want it to be
I
that.
don't know. You told us to be tactical, and then you're like, "No, be straightforward." What do you
I
want from
have a
me?
feeling. I have a feeling this is the end of the tomb. So yeah, go for it.
he needs to be a 13 con save.
A 13 con?
Yeah.
No, he failed.
Okay.
My view of that is,
Ooh, 5 damage.
Ooh, and
Five
it does full
Cold
damage.
Yeah. And he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack. But I don't think that does anything to him.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't really do that many weapon attacks.
Yeah, 'cause he's a magic boy.
Okay. Oh, but you cast if you're at disadvantage because you threw a. Oh wait, I made a save, so never mind. It wasn't
yeah.
an attack. Okay. All right.
Also,
So
why would we have disadvantage?
because he's blurred,
Oh, right.
Nevi. Oh, he needs to make his concentration saving throw, and he failed. He's no longer blurred. So his
Excellent.
shimmering, he was shimmering and kind of ghostly and hard to see, and when you hit him,
Now he's stuck.
now
Frozen.
he's like, "Ah, y'all are not very nice. Oh man, don't you want to party for a while?
Not my type of party.
Oh, what kind of party do you go for?
sure, I'll take the pointy end and put it in you. That sounds like a party.
Mr. Nevi.
I don't really have a terrible amount to do. Let's reach out and just kind of. He's a skeleton, right?
Mhm.
Do I look like a skeleton right now by any chance? Like I
Mhm.
looked down at my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know with like the ghostly images and stuff as we were coming down. I didn't know if that was affecting things. Yeah, I'm gonna use shocking grasp and like okay, I couldn't get it with the whip. Let me reach in and grab this thing with my bare
Okay, so
hand.
it's lightning damage.
It will be.
Okay.
That is going to be 18 plus 4, 22.
That
So
will
let's
hit.
deal damage.
You
And I'm
never-
trying to like basically grab this crystal that's in his chest.
Okay. You notice that the lightning doesn't hurt him as bad.
But when I used lightning lure, you said it hurt him.
You
a
never
lot.
hit him. But and plus
I
you hit
did.
his chest. No, because the shield went up,
The
so you
shield.
missed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But before the shield went up, you said it dealt a lot of damage.
You hit his heart, and
That's what I'm grabbing
right,
for.
Right. But he is resistant to lightning.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm not tracking. But
No,
one
and
damage.
because I didn't track because I didn't catch that when I first saw it.
Yeah, 1 damage.
1 damage.
That was I would have done something different.
If you wish to do something different, you
No,
can.
that's fine.
That's a
that's what-
cantrip
that's what I did.
anyway.
That's all I have.
Oh, cantrip.
I told you, I'm out. Like I'm a normal boy right now.
Okay.
I have nothing left.
And true, at second level sorcerer, you don't have a ton of spells anyway.
Well, even because I've got 2 different spellcasters, I still have like level 2 spell slots. So I've got 6 spell slots, which is not
That's
bad.
a lot of spell slots.
Yeah, and I've had to use all of them.
Ooh, you have-
And I even used my sorcery points to regain 2 of those. So I've used 8 spell slots trying to survive today.
Okay, so
The evil laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's maybe not let
Okay.
the caster run out first now.
But I'm not necessarily a caster. I'm a paladin.
That's true.
So I have a bunch
we've
of.
got a
I have-
skeleton
I have a
guy who's
latent AC
running.
of 17,
Oh, okay.
Unless it's his turn.
20 or
No.
36 health.
he
Oh.
turns.
So like I'm
He turns and he
half
points.
tank, half caster.
He says,
Yeah.
"I'm not going to let you remove my friend from the fun." And a little ball of fire comes out of his hand and hits
Wait.
the Minotaur.
No. That's not fair.
And does. No,
If he takes damage.
he does take damage. 5, 6, 9 points of damage. The things you people make me do.
Where is it? Okay.
And then he turns to you, Nevi, and he casts a little bolt of fire at you, too. Now it's at disadvantage because we're engaged. And what's your armor class?
17.
17. He misses. Man, it's like you blew out my birthday candle, and I thought we were going to have a party. Guys, come on. We can have some fun together.
But you're shooting fireballs at us.
Hey, I want to just light things up. We just need to light things up a little bit, don't you think?
I'm down to have some fun. If you want to party through the rest of this dungeon here,
Yeah.
we can lay down our hands for a little bit and just see what we can find. We're glad to help you.
Oh yeah! I'll help you! Oh, I'll help you! Yeah. So, Cade.
Yep.
This one's fake, but okay.
Uh-huh.
For 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Well, I want to make the snide comment as I'm running up to go ahead because I have a partner that's engaged with him to basically attack him.
Oh, and he turned around too.
That's fine.
Okay.
But I don't think he was still engaged because he had been running off to the back corner of the wall.
Right.
So he's still engaged with the skeleton guy. Kate does let off with the whole, "Yeah, we're blowing this candle." And he comes in for another attack on him.
Okay.
All right, so 20. Yeah, it's over
Okay.
20. We're good.
All right.
All right, so 10 plus the 7, so 17.
17 damage.
Mhm.
Woo!
Nice.
Somebody's got.
Ow! Ow!
But it's funny.
It's funny for you. That's not
Considering
the kind
my
of
sword
funny
looks
I
like it's on
want.
fire anyway.
Wow!
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. That's a 13,
That meets it.
and it's Dex.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's higher than that actually. Okay.
He's Dexy and he knows it.
All right. Soren.
Yes, I am going to cast Thunderwave at 2nd level now.
How close do you have to be, and are they all going to be caught in it?
Oh. I don't know.
It's okay.
It is within.
It's 15
It's
feet.
15 feet,
15
and
feet,
they'll all
okay.
be in it.
It will.
Yes, and by the way, bonus action. You know what I'm going.
Okay.
Dang.
You got to get used to this. I'm gonna put up a little cheat sheet that says this.
Always.
And also too, and just FYI, rogues a lot of times they forget. You get, if you have a ranged weapon, a
Mhm.
weapon, you get your sneak attack damage from a weapon.
Really?
Yes.
Mhm.
So if like you have
So,
a hand crossbow,
I have
or
a light crossbow. I just never pulled it out because I didn't realize that. I thought it had to be in.
Right.
As
Now-
long as there's an ally within 5 feet.
Good to know.
Or you
Okay.
have advantage
Good to know.
for whatever reason.
So that's one thing, yeah. So a lot of rogues, a lot of archers and rangers will take a level of rogue just so their bows do so much more damage.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, rogues can, or just even having rogue as a multi-class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do Thunderwave since it will hurt my fellow party members. I'm gonna move up my 35 feet and get up next to Mr. Minotaur Man. And I'm gonna look at Chuckles and say, "How's this for lightening up the mood?" And I'm gonna cast Flame Blade at 2nd level. And I'm gonna.
How long does that last?
That lasts 10 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, I am going to attack Mr. Minotaur. Yeah. Is it
We keep peeing on her Cheerios. I mean, no matter what we're doing, we're getting in the way.
right? Are you
It's either her dice or us.
Yeah.
And my spell attack is +5, so 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And he takes
Correct a little bit of camera angle there.
6 fire damage.
It's picking up a funky kind of almost shadow from the camera, so.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Ooh. Ooh, all right, Nebby.
I mean, Nevi doesn't have a terrible amount to do. So, there's too many people close now to do that. And lightning's not working.
Not as well, but it works.
He's not going to move because we have him backed totally into a corner. I'm gonna guzzle a healing potion.
All right. Yo, I'm trying to be friends here. See, in my own sort of way.
Well, yeah, because sometimes friends shoot friends.
Yes, like you. And he points his finger, and a little streak of blue energy comes shooting out of it towards you.
Okay.
And 3 little streaks of energy do 9 points of damage.
Okay, so time out. Hold on. Spells. Shield kicks off.
And the energy hits your shield and is absorbed completely by it. Well, that is really no
And Cade's
fun.
laughing. This is fun!
Say this is fun. This is not fun for me now. And it's your turn now, Cade.
But it goes like this! I'll stab back.
And what do you hit him with?
It's the sword.
Oh, that's right. You're engaged with him now?
And I got advantage this time because I had actually gone through that hide moment. So that's 14 plus 7. 21.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And you
So-
hit my flaming guy, or are you going to hit the
I'm skeleton dude.
Which one?
The skeleton guy.
The Minotaur? Or
No, the laughing
No,
boy.
the laughing guy.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Chuckles.
Okay.
Mr. Chuckles. There we go. Alright, so that is 12. I'm sorry, 13.
Oh, 12 would have done nothing, but 13?
By the way, I don't think we've hit the Minotaur yet. All of our damage has been against this guy.
No, I've
No,
hit the
no.
Minotaur.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you've,
I have not been attacking the Minotaur.
oh, well, I've got damage against the Minotaur.
I'm attacking Chuckles.
Oh.
That's been my entire goal. Remember, I'm
Well, the
grabbing
Minotaur
at his
was
heart.
in the way, though.
I moved around him.
Okay.
And I turned him.
Because he said the hallway's 20 feet. Unless he's taking up 20 feet of hallway.
Okay. So, all of a sudden, he shatters. The heart inside of him falls to the ground, and the skeleton collapses into a blue pile of bones. it's just a pile of bones with that crystal heart in the center. And then the bones start to fade. They start to crumble.
I pour
A little
holy
bit.
water.
Okay, well, right now you've got other problems because still standing next to him is me. He goes down and he turns and he swings at Cade.
Yep, I was ready for that one.
Oh, that will hit.
Now, it is still during, and I'm asking you, because it's still technically during that same turn round, right?
Right.
So I have a +5, so I'm at 21 AC.
21 AC. That will
The magic
miss.
missiles get negated by the shield, but I still have that +5 AC.
In that case, he misses.
So,
All right, so he swings this huge axe. It's longer than you are, and it just goes, whoosh, and you feel your hair kind of whoosh on top of your
advantages
head.
of being tiny.
And it swings by, and it takes out Debbie instead, you know?
Well, it was standing between his legs, so I
You
mean,
can work Sacred Flame first.
All right, Morale.
Because I don't think you can hold action between new rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
All right, so I will try and Sacred Flame him.
Okay. And you are successful.
He's not dead.
Big man, low dex.
And
Nice.
So 6,
6, all right.
7.
7.
Okay. Morale is done. Sorry.
Ooh, so I've still got my flame blade. So
You
I'm
don't
gonna-
get a character name.
I know. I don't get my character.
No,
name,
what
I'm
is your
just like,
character name?
Pan.
Pan. Oh, that's right, Pan.
Um,
Pan. Now, what's the whole name?
Pandothiel.
Pandothiel.
Yes. So I'm gonna attack Minotaur again. Ooh, natural 20.
Oh!
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Okay. So,
Grace was
wait, that means I do I just roll the normal and then double that, or do I roll double the dice for
Roll
this?
double the dice.
Okay.
I mean, for speed, we can do just roll the die, but some people like to roll the
Yeah, I'll
die.
roll 'em. 2, 4, 5. Ooh. 18 points of damage.
18 points of
Nice
damage.
hit.
Woo,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good one.
And
I
you end up
appreciate that.
breaking off some of his ribs, but he's still standing.
Love it.
And he doesn't say much because he just doesn't have much to say.
He doesn't seem very talkative.
He isn't, but Nevi.
I
transform into the bull and talk to him.
hit the ground, pick up the crystal while I'm on the ground. Hopefully my movement of going prone makes that a bonus action there. And I shout at it, "Hey, stop moving. I got your thingy." I'm hoping that the crystal commands it.
Okay. And as you're picking up, you notice that the light is fading in the
Yeah.
crystal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Right. But and it doesn't do anything. He doesn't even look at you. But he does swing at. He swings at you.
Okay. Now I don't have the shield, so it's 16.
Well, he misses.
All right, we're good to go with this.
You're too dang short. All right, Cade.
All right. So Cade's gonna turn around. Your turn. he's gonna swing for the kneecap.
Okay, and you're using a piercing weapon though, right? I
the
hadn't even-
rapier.
Yeah, the rapier. Nope, he's not. He's not. Because most times skeletons are resistant to piercing, but he is not,
Okay.
and they're vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Okay. So I did not go back into stealth. Obviously I
fine.
didn't say it, so I'm not doing it this time. I didn't retcon it even before turn. So 7, 14.
14 will hit.
Oh, nice. All
Yeah,
right.
he doesn't have much armor class. He's all damage
Okay.
if he can hit.
So 12 plus 7, 19.
19.
And because it's single weapon, it gets the plus. Oh, it's already built into it. Never mind. So
And describe it for me, sir.
describe it to you.
Yes.
All right. So this flaming weapon cuts clean through his kneecap, and as he's falling over to the side, it's just kind of this right back through, separating his skull off of him.
And he crumbles to the ground.
I pour holy water on the
On
sprinkle
the,
it
on the sprinkled on the bones.
on the bones.
Okay. And they are fading away, and the crystal in your hand is going. The light is fading out of it, and you notice that it cracks, and it's dark now.
It's dead.
Eh,
We can
Toss.
just put it on that mural up front.
sure, if you want to.
Okay, are you going to keep it?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so you keep it? Okay. All right. So you have this giant iron door, and we will end in just a few moments. Let's see what's on the other side of the door.
Cade is looking at Nevi. I need a break. He's breathing heavy.
Nevi opens the door.
The door is, what's your strength?
16.
16. Okay. Nevi, y'all are, it's going to take some great strength to move it. It's off its hinges, but it's been laid up against there. So you slide it. Are you going to try to do it quietly?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
He doesn't
Slide it
know
at
what
the-
that means.
I see.
I'll tie my rope around the hinge. If it's off the
Meanwhile,
hinges,
I'm sitting
I
there
tie my
going,
rope around the hinge and I pull it for leverage.
Okay. And it comes crashing down. And Cade, where were you?
I had them back up.
Oh!
It takes time to
okay.
tie the rope.
No, I'm a squished halfling.
All right. So
do I need to use my healer's kit on you again?
No.
you
Oh, I also have my what's it called? It's not.
I'm
I
only a
preserve
few.
life.
I'm only a few points shy, and I still have my own, well, not action surge, but because of my, what's it called, second wind that I can always pop.
Okay.
So I'm still good there,
You?
and I still have 2
Okay.
potions.
You?
I'm very badly wounded.
All right. What's your max?
36.
and
I
what are
keep
you
getting
at?
12.
slept.
So
So I'm at a third of my health right now.
yeah, I can only heal you up to a half. So that would be what? 12.
Is that
13,
like-
14, 15?
You've already used
16,
one of your
17,
potions, right?
18.
I've used
I
both
can
of my
only give you
potions.
6.
I'm gonna hand him one of my potions.
I've got healing hands, so I'm good. Like I can.
I can give you
Yeah,
6.
but at this point I'm not. I still have one in reserve, and I still have a action in reserve that heals me. So take the healing potion.
Okay.
just make sure that you are at full health. Okay. So
Let me give you the 6 before you take the healing potion.
Yeah, I
and
did.
Then,
I
okay.
did. And then I'll dump up 10. I'll use my lay on hands.
all right. So he moves the door. Beyond the door, there are stairs that lead down. You see flickering blue light at the bottom. The blue light is coming from the left side. The stairs go down in front of you about 20 feet, and then there's a platform. And it makes a left-hand turn. And you approach the bottom and you peer around the corner. And a room opens up in front of you. It's probably it's a very large room, probably 80 feet long and probably about 40 feet wide. It's lit by blue light from 2 large glowing crystals on either side of the entrance. So basically, it's about a 10-foot wide little platform, and then there's 20-foot wide stairs that go down about 10 feet. And on either side of that are 2 pedestals with glowing blue crystals in them. And they shed light throughout this. There's crystals all along the walls. You see a number of skeletons laying on the floor, just, broken. You see 2 skeletons standing about halfway down in the middle of the room. The floor is a mosaic of red and black crystal tiles. The walls are the same. Across the large room, you see a raised area with pillars running floor to ceiling. A large glyph inscribed in the floor in front of them. Behind these, you can see a large sarcophagus, and looks like black light illuminating behind it, just lighting the whole thing, and the columns cast shadows as the light spreads out into the room that bounces off of the walls. And one of the things that really stands out, you see some sort of motion back behind the columns, but you see a very large human figure that looks like he was stitched together from parts. And he turns and starts walking. And he turns in your direction. And that is where we will call it a night. We hope you will join us again next time
For the Raffle Stomp.
for
I've been told.
TPK.
For the
I've been told that
TPK,
Crystal
yeah.
Golem was the hardest room, so I'm good.
Yeah.
It was the hardest room before you
We're
spent all your
so
spell slots.
dead.
That's right. And remember what spells you have for next time. So,
Mark down.
yeah. So, like, I know you have
Sheet.
flaming,
Yeah.
which that will make a difference in this room. So, we hope to see y'all again.
Oh, I got a gem to pull out on this next room.
A gem.
Well, no, okay. We'll talk off camera.
All right. Okay.
Keep on adventuring.
Yes.
Have
We'll
a
see
good
you
one.
later.